Out of school
with a couple of guys, they were up to no good. Started making trouble in my neighborhood. I got one little fight, my mom got scared and said, "You're moving with your auntie and uncle to Bel Air." I whistled for a cab, and when it came through, the license plate said fresh, and that's our intro music.
And we are live.
Wow. Welcome back.
Good fucking lord.
It is Tuesday
It's Tuesday, my dudes.
at fucking 10 o'clock, almost 4
Yeah.
minutes till 10. I've had a lot of difficulties. Ben had to hit the gym, came home, did some weird stuff upstairs, and then we've been trying to set up this whole time.
Since literally 8:15, we have trying to get this bitch working. An hour 45 later.
The interface was fucking up. We couldn't couldn't work Ben's computer.
Long story short, we missed producer Turner big time.
Yeah, we should start recording on Sundays again.
Yeah, we need to do Sundays.
Makes so much more sense.
Can't
Yeah.
do it this Sunday though.
Yeah, I can't do it this Sunday
Why not?
because I'm visiting my dad.
Oh my god, you guys just...
But I could actually. I wanted you to come.
Yeah, I know. I guess it would make more sense. I didn't work, so that also kind of
We
fucks
could
everything.
record with
but
your father.
That'd be cool.
yeah.
That would be cool.
Yeah. But you and Connie are gonna miss that.
Connor, why can't you go?
Well,
Yeah, Connie, why can't you go?
good old Friday's Valentine's Day. So that's...
Yeah, we're not
Oh, yeah.
leaving until 6.
So you're only going to treat your girl special on the day that you have to treat her special?
Well,
We're doing a little...
Brant and I are doing a little joint
Yeah.
dinner.
We're just going to all go to Uncle Julio's because neither one of us take Valentine's Day very seriously, I don't think. So,
That's cute.
Yeah.
You literally just said before the podcast that you and Hunter take Valentine's Day seriously.
no,
he
I
said-
never
he
said
they
that.
don't.
We
Oh, they
don't.
don't?
No,
Yeah,
no.
he said they don't.
Yeah, it's a Hallmark holiday. Why the fuck?
It
It's
is a
literally
Hallmark
just so they can
holiday.
make money. Like, it's a nice, like, between like Christmas and whatever the fuck else is
Easter.
next. Yeah, Christmas and Easter. There you
But
go.
you don't even get off work for it, so who fucking cares?
Yeah, exactly. If I don't get off work, it's not a real holiday, in my opinion.
So you guys are doing a little double date,
Yep, going to Uncle Julio's.
a little switcheroo action.
No, Zach, I only do the switcheroo when I go on dates with your mom.
Oh, I saw
that That's one the thing. coming.
That
Yeah.
was a good
When I
one.
take Michelle out?
Yep.
Uh,
I was gonna say something just go way too far, but let's just move on because that was way
Really?
too far what you
I was
said.
kidding.
That was weird.
I was kidding. Connor thinks it's hilarious. Look at
No,
it.
I'm just saying it like... people that just don't understand. I feel like it's
I think
so
everybody
funny.
I think
understands.
if,
Or
if
people
people
that
are
do
listening, they
understand.
most likely understand.
Or the people that do understand probably think it's really funny too.
Mike's probably like these. All right, this is where I sign off. This is where I'm going.
Okay. Well, so Ben, what do you think about this? Connor didn't like this idea, so Brandon and I came up with the idea that we're gonna skip episode 13 because it's bad luck. We're on episode 14
Yeah.
right now.
So we're just gonna just fuck 13 and go straight to 14.
What's 13?
It's bad luck.
It's bad luck. You know how hotels don't have
That's
a
what I'm
13th
saying.
floor?
Hotels,
No.
hotels,
I
you know
was,
hotels.
I was trying to
hotels.
say, like...
But I mean, like, technically the 14th
I was trying to
floor is
agree
still
with you,
13.
say, like...
Yeah.
Is
what's-
it though,
What's
Connor?
13? Like, we're already on 14, you know what I'm saying?
Oh,
See, I like where your head's
I like
at.
See, I
that
was
too.
one step ahead of
Yeah.
That's right, Connie.
Yeah.
Yes, but then like when we get to episode 20, which is like
A
a big deal. Once we get to like
between the
episode
lines.
20, it's like a big deal, but really it's only the 19th episode. That's the thing that if anything, we should have made the pilot like
You're
its
one-
own episode.
you're
and
one
then
of
the next one, episode 1.
You're one of those guys that can't
Definitely.
have an odd number on the radio.
I'm one of those guys.
Oh, I'm 100% one of those guys.
I'm one of those guys. I don't like when my music's on like an odd number. I feel it's except for 5.
You guys
'cause that's
are weird for that.
That
That's
is
fine.
weird.
You
It's not
can't.
as weird as Ben setting his alarm clock for like 6:27.
Why is that weird?
No,
What's
that-
weird is
like, that
having
is
an alarm
weird.
clock set when you have
Yeah,
nothing to
yeah,
do
yeah.
and
Shut
sleep
your
through
fucking
it.
mouth.
That's fucking.
No, you have to wake up. You set 40 alarms.
Yeah, I do.
I do that too.
It's literally fucking 8:30. You have nothing to do and your alarm's going off. You're dead asleep in your bed. I'm like, Connor,
It's because I'm trying to get up and I'm trying. to
You
be
are not.
productive.
That's what happens every single
You
fucking day.
fucking
I know.
set that shit knowing you're not going to get up. So what's the point?
Hold up. How about the day after the UFC fight when I pulled up here? It was like I went to work whatever I got here, and Matt and Pat were still sleeping, and Zach just walks downstairs and he's like, "Whose fucking alarms were going off since 8:15?" And Matt just rolls. He's like, "That'd be me. I'm sorry."
Dude, I heard that shit upstairs.
I did that.
That's
to poor
not what
Benji.
happened. Matt said it wasn't him, and I started yelling at Patrick, and then Patrick yelled at me. It
Oh,
wasn't him.
that's
Pat's sitting
right.
in
Yep,
the room,
yep,
and he
yep.
wants that corrected. So,
That's funny.
but it was Matt.
It was Matt.
That fucker. That shit went off all damn morning. I already get enough from that from Connor. Well, I used to. All right.
Oh
well,
my God.
So we're back. Mainly, we're just going to talk about our weekend because it's going to take up a lot of time. Ben and I went to New York City for my little brother's birthday extravaganza.
Shout out Young Charles.
We'll talk about that. He just turned 12. One more year, he'll be a teenager. It's kind of weird to think about.
That's
be-
very weird.
He'll be getting his
know.
first BJ here pretty soon.
Probably already has.
Maybe. Or given the BJs. who
Young
knows?
Charles is savage.
Oh God, I hope not.
Just kidding. Charles is savage. He's so savage that on Saturday he
Oh.
spent $1,000 on 3 items. Think about that. Yeah. So all of his birthday money combined, he spent it all in 30 minutes on 3 items.
And he's gonna flex on motherfuckers.
What were those 3
He's
items?
He's gonna
a pair of
flex.
Yeezys, a pair of KDs,
Katie, like the pink
Ant Pearls,
all pearls, yeah.
and a Timberland jacket. All fresh.
all super
honestly,
fresh.
all super fresh. So,
Wow.
I wouldn't wear the
I wish I had-
KDs,
I wish
but
I got $1,000 for my birthday.
me too.
yeah.
Jeez, that just sounds great.
I remember
So-
at my it must have been like my 8th or 9th birthday party. I had like a little pool party, and a bunch of people gave me money, and I went out and bought myself a nice pair of and ones. So
From Walmart.
yeah, fuck no, they were nice, dude. And ones were the shit back in the day.
Can't say I
I
ever
was
had
like-
a pair of and ones.
I
Oh,
can't say
bro.
I
You look
did.
like the guy that wore Echo back in the day. Is that true?
No, I never.
Echo
wore
and South
No.
Face, or what was it?
South
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 Pole.
Pole. South
Was it
Pole.
South
No,
Pole?
South
South
Pole.
Pole.
South
Yeah,
Pole.
yeah,
South Pole.
That shit was hard.
In elementary school, I definitely had a South Pole shirt for sure, but they were like normal shirts. I feel like.
Were they
Like, I
extra?
didn't-
Was it extra baggy?
No, it was just like a normal shirt. I feel like it was just like a normal
You're telling me
blue.
you
and
didn't
said,
wear any Echo?
I mean, I might have. I
feel
don't
like I
like.
definitely did.
I don't like.
Yeah,
Did?
you definitely
yeah, I
did.
feel like I
Your mom
definitely
probably
did.
dressed you up in
I feel
polo
like I
sweatshirts
liked
all
the
day.
Rhino logo. Like I fucked with
It
it.
is cool.
But I don't think I had. I might have had a shirt or something.
I
But
don't
I didn't
think I
have the
did.
jeans or anything like
I
that.
feel like I didn't.
I didn't really care what I was wearing.
Yeah,
I wore
that's
a lot
my
of
biggest
Gap.
thing.
I
Is
was
you-
a Gap kid
Oh,
for
Let's
sure.
bring it back.
whatever
Gap
my
kids.
gay and proud.
Gay and proud. Yes.
Nice.
That's what it's. I
Nice.
was actually a model for them. Believe it or not.
Yeah, except it wasn't the clothing line. It was just something called gay and proud.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did a cover for Playgirl magazine. I had my butt. I went by the name Mike Honcho. You might not saw me, but they had me spreading my butt cheeks. It was weird, man. It was weird.
That's so funny. He's like coming in and out of consciousness, and people are just like telling him stuff. That's just like he's like, huh? It just fucking passes
Mike
back out.
Honcho? The best is when the wife's like, "Just pull the plug.
Yeah.
Just pull the plug, doctor."
Ma'am, he's not dying.
taking
just
a
pull
nap.
it. Just pull it.
All right, so we're just gonna recap our week. Like I said, we went to New York. It was a good time. We're gonna talk about that. Connor went to the Duke UNC game,
It was
W-
fucking lit.
which was fucking fantastic. I didn't watch any of it, but I saw some highlights. I saw that it was UNC's game to win to overtime. It was a thriller, buzzer beater. We'll talk about that. And we
I
also
feel like
have
it
the,
was UNC's game to lose, right?
That's what he said. Well, no, it was
he said
UNC's game to win. Yeah.
yeah, it was their game to win.
Yeah, because they were up.
They were up the whole game.
So yes, technically it would be their game to lose as well.
Right.
Yeah. Well, all right, whatever. You know,
yeah.
you know what I mean.
It's like tomato, tomato.
Tomato,
you know.
potato, potato.
Yep.
And we also had the UFC fight, which Ben and I at least got to watch the John Jones fight, but Brant watched the whole thing, so he can talk about that more.
Good lord.
So starting first, we'll just start in New York. We'll start Friday. We get there. We took the Megabus, which actually was pretty cool, very cheap, and 3 hours and whatever, you're fucking there.
I'll definitely do that again.
Never mind. Keep going. I have a question for later down the road though to ask.
Later down the road?
Yep.
Okay.
Just go ahead.
So, boom, we get there. We take a taxi. We were staying in the Marriott Marquis in downtown Times Square on the 44th floor.
Yo, I know Hunter used to stay there with her mom all the time. It's like literally the sickest view of Times Square, dude.
So we get
Yeah.
there and we're checking in. The lady's like, "Do you want to upgrade to the view of Times Square for like $50 or $70?"
75 bucks.
And my mom was like, "Sure." So we were on the 44th floor, which is the second highest floor, and we had a fucking view. We have pictures. We'll put it on the YouTube if we ever post it. Of Times Square. It's fucking sick. Like if you were there on New Year's, you'd actually see the ball drop from where.
Imagine
your
how much
hotel-
that room costs.
Yeah, that's what we were saying too. During, I mean, thousands. Like
Oh,
I could imagine how much it would be. So that was awesome. And then Friday we went to the American Dream Mall, which is in New Rutherford,
Near Rutherford, New Jersey.
New Jersey, which is by MetLife Stadium, which is pretty dope. And so if you guys don't know, we've talked about it briefly, but it's basically this $10 billion building. It's like a mall that they're opening. And all the retail stores and all the restaurants aren't open yet. They're going to open in March, I think. The only thing they had open was a full amusement park, which was indoor and it was Nickelodeon themed, which was dope. And then they have Big Snow something.
Big
and
Snow.
Big Snow, and that's a indoor ski slope, like mountain. And like their whole, it's like a whole fucking ski world over here, and then amusement park on this side, right?
Now, like how big is the ski? Like, I mean, is it
It's
pretty?
pretty
like,
impressively big, and they
Yeah.
do have like some boxes and jumps.
oh shit! So it's
It was
like
legit.
legit.
And we
then.
only
Okay,
saw
okay.
like the one part. I'm sure it's a little bit bigger if
Yeah,
you go
probably
in.
than
We
what we
didn't
saw,
go into the snow. We just kind of were in the,
There's, like,
the
big-
ski shop.
Big windows that you can
Yeah.
see. It.
Oh, so you guys didn't actually do it though? That
No,
bra-
we did not do that.
We
But
didn't
it
have
was
the
fairly cheap.
gear.
We just didn't want to.
If we drove down there, we would have done.
I feel like it was
Yeah.
pretty. Was it pretty packed in there, man?
Not
And
at
that's the
all.
thing. We went on a Friday afternoon, and there was absolutely no one in there. I mean, of
Really?
course, there was
Okay,
people, but
yeah.
no lines whatsoever. There was not
like the
crowded
roller coasters
whatsoever.
wouldn't be moving until I walked in line.
Yeah.
And then they'd start it up for me just to go. And then-
Okay.
Yeah.
Like I was on a roller coaster by myself every single time.
But what we did,
Well,
That
like with
sounds
Bucket
fucking
Boy and
awesome.
Zach, you don't like roller coasters.
I didn't ride one single ride there.
Aren't
not a single ride.
Yeah,
But
you're the
one,
guy-
You were also
yeah.
sick, right?
I was feeling okay Friday.
Yeah.
It was really Saturday
Just
that I felt.
just lie and say you were feeling sick.
I don't like rides.
He's just-
I don't
I know.
ride rides.
He just
That's what I
has
do.
vaginitis.
Yeah,
I have
exactly.
vaginitis. I don't. No, that's just not me. But there were some really interesting rides and really cool rides, and they're all Nickelodeon themed. Like, so there was like a fucking Ninja Turtles roller coaster. That's the steepest roller coaster in the
That
United
one
States,
was
I think.
scary.
My mom said she loves roller coasters. It was the top 3 scariest roller coasters she's ever been on in her life.
Yeah, it's
She
one of
only
the
rode
scariest
it
one
one
I've ever
time, and
been
she
on.
wouldn't ride it again.
Did
Um,
you ride it, Ben?
I read it twice.
Ben rode
It
it
gave me a
twice.
fucking
Which are all?
headache both times.
Oh, it was one of the ones that like whips around a little bit.
Yeah, like whips you around, and then you're kind of just going. You don't really expect it, and you hit it straight away, and you just take off going like 65 miles per hour.
Yeah.
And then you start, whipping around more, and then you go like straight vertically up. You hit the top, and then you're just sitting there for literally like a fucking minute.
This
like
sounds
it's
so
like
legit.
it's too exaggerated.
Oh, dude. It's
Well, you're
insane.
sitting at the top, and then they have big windows where you can see out and you see the New York skyline.
That is fucking
Mm.
And then
That's
they
tight as
drop you
fuck,
first,
actually.
like just like they just drop you like 10 feet, so it's just like doop, and you stop there again,
One of those motherfuckers.
and then you
Yeah.
stop, you stay there for like 10 more seconds, and then you drop in like upside down, and then come up. It was intense.
That was like a Ninja Turtle one. They had like a Nickelodeon slime roller coaster. They had
Well, I heard they have like
Fairly
a.
Odd Parents. Fucking, you're on like a giant skateboard going up and back. They have like a
Was it like Timmy Turner's
SpongeBob.
legs?
Well,
No, it was a
yeah.
skate- it
The
was like a-
SpongeBob. They have the SpongeBob slide that you slide down. It's like his dick, right? It just you like slide out
Actually,
of his
I
like.
did do
pant-
that. That was the one I did
You
do.
slide out
What
of his
was
like
that?
zipper hole. It's like a long slide. You slide out of SpongeBob's zipper hole, and it's
Mhm.
just like SpongeBob's just dick just down to the ground. It's a big slide, right?
Yeah.
Did you
Is that
actually
not
do
there?
that?
Was that not there?
No, Brant, that's not there.
Oh, okay, different place then. Sorry.
They
I
also
was-
had like
I started talking. No one fault. You guys like thought I was very serious. I thought it was very obvious that I was joking.
Going along with it. Ben's like, what the fuck?
No,
are you
I knew
talking
what he-
about?
I knew
Well, I thought maybe Zach wrote it when I was like outside.
no.
I was just waiting for a quick no and so we could move on. I didn't want to have to explain it at all.
And so
I said SpongeBob's dick like 3 times.
I only wanted to say it once.
so long story short, for that, one crazy thing did happen though. So we were Ben, my mom and Charlie were on air
All
or
right,
Aang the
let-
Airbender.
Can I
Yeah,
tell?
yeah,
Ben-
yeah.
Yeah, I want to hear this.
Ben explained it to
Alright.
me last night, and it was fucking crazy.
I want to hear
Yeah,
POV. POV.
So I get on the ride with Michelle and Bucket Boy, and it's just like a ride that just goes in circles, up and down.
It does like a
Um,
360. You're on like if
you
you've
just-
ever seen the last
Oh,
Avatar
yeah, you're
or
flipping,
whatever
I
the
forgot,
Avatar
aren't you?
Airbender. He's got like a little staff that he turns into a flying device, and like it's kind of like that, and you're on it. And
Are you
go,
doing?
like,
You're doing 360, but also flipping, dude.
Yeah.
I wasn't paying attention to the ride.
well, yeah,
Okay.
I get that. Continue,
So-
continue.
So we literally just sit down, and I look over, and honestly, this sexy girl just catches my eye, and I'm staring at her. I'm like, damn, she's hot. And then behind him, it's like a group of like a bunch of guys, probably like 5 or 6 guys, and then there's one girl, and then behind him's like this guy with like this super nice vlogging camera, and I was like, dude, that camera's sick. Like, I can't wait to tell Zach to like look at that guy's camera. Like, it's like super nice, and it had like a big mic attachment on top. And then I look ahead of him, and I see Mike. What's his last name? I don't know how to say it. His name's Hey Big Mike.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my
Majalic
god,
or something.
like Zach's been watching him a lot lately. I was like, dude, that's him. Like, I'm pretty sure it's him because like I don't know him too well, but I was like, that's fucking crazy. That's him. I'm like staring at him, and then I look ahead and I see this guy in a white hoodie. I'm like, holy fuck, that's Logan Paul. And I was like, and then the ride started going. I was like, I can't whip my phone out.
Yeah.
So I got my Apple Watch on. I'm trying to call Zach on my Apple Watch as I'm fucking flipping, spinning around, dude. I can't. Like, I didn't even know what the ride was doing.
Mm-hmm.
And then finally, I see him like walking off. And I was like freaking out that we were gonna, lose him.
Yeah, you're miss him.
And I was like trying to get Zach's attention. I was like, we were like spinning around. I was like trying to find Zach. And then they come walking back around. And then I see him walking in front of Zach. And Zach's just like sitting there on a bench. And Logan Paul and like the big group like just walk by Zach. Zach's just sitting there. He doesn't even notice him.
Didn't even notice.
And
Zach
then
was probably sitting on his phone.
I was.
Mike's like just behind him like by himself
He's
walking.
probably texting the Dr. Phil girl.
Probably was. Honestly.
Oh shit! They probably went there right after that, and Mike
And,
probably clapped
I
your
know.
cheeks.
So Mike's just walking behind him by himself, and then that's like right when the ride stops. So like I don't even see them like what happened after that, and I just run off the ride, just run straight to Zach, and Zach's just taking a selfie with him. So then he
Damn,
can take
bro.
it.
So how crazy would it be though if like they didn't come my way and you would have got off and you'd been like,
Dude,
yo,
I know,
yo,
you
Logan
would
Paul's
not
there.
have
I'd been
believed
like,
me.
What are you fucking talking
I
about?
know,
You'd be
dude.
like,
I
bro,
was
you're high
literally
as fuck right
freaking out,
now.
like,
So
because your mom and Charlie were sitting in front of me. I was like, oh my God, that's Logan Paul. And like your mom was like, your mom didn't really understand. I mean, I think she kind of knew who he was.
Boy
Right.
Bucket Boy pumped?
oh, he's pumped.
Yeah,
Oh,
he was
yeah,
pumped.
I figured.
He's like, oh my God, it really is Logan Paul.
So the whole group walks by me, but the craziest thing is I saw the girl first too, and I was like, that girl just like it's something about her, like, you know what I mean? Like I could tell that
She had
she
a
was.
famous look on her.
Yeah, she had a famous look on her, and she was sexy. And I was like, I just caught her eye.
It
and
wasn't
then I was
Lena-
back on my phone.
Was it Lena Rhodes?
No, it
okay,
wasn't.
No.
okay.
It
gotcha.
wasn't.
No.
It was not. I would have fucking known her in a
Oh,
fucking
yeah.
second, like the back of my hand. And so the whole group walks by. I don't even see him, and I just remember looking up from my phone, and literally Mike's 10 feet in front of me. And for you guys who don't know, it's Logan Paul's roommate. They do the podcast together, and he has his own YouTube channel. And I don't know. I've just been watching their podcast a lot lately, and I fuck with them. I've been watching all their new content, and I like them a lot. So that's why it was so weird. It's like 1 in a million chance. They live in L.A. Like I had
Yeah,
absolutely
we had no clue they were in New
clue they were
York
gonna
or
be there.
anything.
No clue. Like it was just. I mean, look up, and he's
That's
fucking
why
10 feet in front of me. and
Yeah,
was
I
just like-
couldn't believe it.
I had to double take. I really couldn't believe it.
I
went
still
up,
can't really believe it, honestly.
And I was like I was just like, I gotta shake your hand. Like it's so great to meet you. I'm a huge fan of the podcast, whatever. And we got a selfie together. Didn't say anything cool. The one cool thing I did say is how's Lana, and he laughed and he said she's in L.A. And I think this was before the whole
It was before
BJ
everything-
scandal.
For everybody who doesn't know, Lana
Oh
Rhodes
my
is a
God.
huge porn star.
yeah Lana
Yeah.
Rhodes. His
And Mike is
girlfriend
dating Lana.
Actually, the #1 porn star on
Yes.
Pornhub at the moment.
You know what's
Yes.
really funny is that she fucks guys all the time.
Yeah, I know. I think that's hilarious.
But now she's mad at him for getting his dick sucked by
But
a
to be
bitch.
fair, going into the relationship,
Yeah.
It was
he
probably
knows
said.
she's a porn star.
Yeah, it's probably said pretty clearly, but
But like, how can they be? You know what I mean? And I don't know if they were technically dating, but they were definitely seeing
I think
each other.
Mike's
or it was
argument is that they're not. They
yeah,
weren't really.
but he was using her. Like they were obviously hanging out a lot.
yeah, 'cause it's clout for him.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
No,
his
like
his
Both
views
his
jumped.
two YouTube
yeah.
videos that
Yeah.
he posted with her got double the
Like-
amount of views that any
Yeah.
of his other
Yeah,
YouTube
he don't
videos
give
got.
a. He's not. He
Ke-
honestly, he
Keemstar
should.
posted something. I sent it to you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He like broke it down. It's like the views before on YouTube before him and Lana started like hanging out. Like his views were like subpar,
Yeah,
and then he started posting.
I wouldn't say
videos.
I would definitely not
but
say
like,
us are
subpar.
our views are subpar.
Our
But,
views
like,
aren't even
He had
subpar.
like
Our views are
500K
horrible.
views.
Okay, yeah.
You know, like the bottom of like. You know, like the bottom of a porta potty.
Yeah,
That's where we're at. We're
yeah.
we're in like that blue crud in the bottom.
I'd say we're going up a little bit though.
Yeah, we're like on like the
We're
first
almost
stack,
on
the store.
fresh shit.
Yeah, the fresh turd that's right on top.
We're
yeah.
getting there. We're getting there.
But yeah,
So-
then he started posting videos with her, and he's getting like millions and millions of views.
Well, I mean, yeah. So
Because people are probably Googling Lana Rhodes on YouTube to see her
True.
sex
Yeah.
videos.
They're
and
like,
they just
oh,
see
all
that
his
fucking-
videos are coming up,
True,
and
yeah.
also in Mike's point of view, he's getting his fucking horn sucked by Lana Rhodes. He's getting double the amount of fucking views now.
What a savage.
And this whole publicity is probably, he's getting a lot of money out of this.
His Eskimo brother
Yeah.
tree is enormous right now.
Down the
Yeah.
tree. I mean,
It got fucking quadrupled overnight.
I mean, maybe more.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So, I mean, there's a video. All right, we're not even gonna. So
Let's just say that
I see
asshole
Mike.
stretches.
I tell him whatever,
Gangbanger.
and I didn't even notice Logan was there. And he's like, "Yeah, Logan's like right over there. He's the one in the hoodie." And they were getting food from the stand, which is like 20 feet that way.
Because he was hungover, right?
Yeah, and he was like, I'm still sober, but we hit it hard last night. Logan's pretty hungover, so he's just getting some food. And the only reason they were there is because there's a full
How's my
DreamWorks themed water park.
I brushed my
So
teeth,
the
by
amusement
way.
park's Nickelodeon, then DreamWorks is the water park, and the water park's not fully open yet. So they got early access, and they got to do all the water park stuff.
That thing sucks.
Yeah, that's not great.
Oh, that's disappointing.
It's garbage. I had another one, but it died on us.
And so we, long story short, we got a picture with Logan Paul. Charles came over. He met Logan too, which was cool. We all got a picture. I told him I was excited for the Antonio Brown fight. He started going like this. He was like, "Yeah, dude, whatever."
I wish we
And
had
he's
that
like,
all on video.
and then he's like, Logan Paul diss track or Antonio Brown diss track coming out in a few days. And so
Yeah, and I was
he
like-
dropped that.
I was like, is that actually going to happen? Like, you going to make that fight happen? He's like, oh, yeah, it's going to happen.
And
So-
Antonio Brown's gonna beat his fucking ass.
Maybe.
And then
we
I-
don't know.
I
Fucking
hope.
shook his hand.
Yep.
Well, when Zach said he was a huge fan of the podcast, like when Logan and the
Mhm.
whole group walked back up.
Well, no, Mike said it. Mike said he's
Yeah.
on the
Sorry.
podcast.
Mike said to Logan and like his gang, he's like, yeah, this guy's a big fan of the podcast.
That's actually really
And some
fucking cool,
random guy
honestly.
walked up to Zach.
Yeah, just
I don't know who he was, and just like
no clue who he was.
dapped him
Probably
up.
the
Didn't say a word.
No, because the producer
Really?
Didn't say a word to
Andre,
him.
I know who that is, and he wasn't there.
Didn't
Was
say
he-
a
was
word
he
to Zach.
with
Just
their-
went up and like,
Was he with their
Respected
crew
it.
though?
Yeah, he was
Yeah.
with the crew. He was
oh
with the
yeah,
crew.
he was one of the.
They had their camera guy. He's like
That's
this
cool
German
as
dude.
fuck,
and they had-
man.
Yeah, but
Just
the
dope.
gayest thing is Mike dropped a vlog, and he was like videotaping. Like they were literally videotaping all the rides in there. But when I saw him, they weren't like videotaping. So if we would have caught him at the right time, we probably would have been on fucking their vlog.
Damn.
Yeah, but it's whatever. I
I
mean,
mean, that would have been pretty cool though.
would have been cool, but we still got to meet him, and it's whatever. But
Oh, Connor was not happy with you guys for not giving the shout out.
Yeah, so Connor-
Okay, so I didn't understand how I thought you guys were just kind of like, you guys were walking one way, like in a simple mall breakdown. You know how that's like the hallways basically, and there's stores on all sides.
yeah,
So I'm just thinking the four of you guys are just like walking down the mall one way, and they're just walking down the other. And I'm hoping. I was just thinking maybe one of you guys had the camera in your hand, and one of you saw him in the distance. And I was thinking like one of you guys should have just popped on the camera real quick, started like vlogging,
right.
and then like one of you just like walk up to him. And
So that's what I told Ben. If it was that scenario, it would have been fine. But I was
Right.
by myself and I saw Mike. I left my bag and the camera on the table.
Yeah, at
Didn't
that
even
point,
bring it because
yeah,
I wasn't recording.
Yeah, you
Right.
just want to
And also, like for everyone that's listening, if you meet a famous person, you know you don't want to be that guy. You know what I mean? I
Yeah.
think a simple handshake and then even ask for a picture in a nice way. But we caught him at the right time. There was no crowd at all. No one was around him.
Yeah, they were
Like,
all super
even
cool.
when we
like,
were taking pictures with them.
they weren't even like rushing the conversation. They were
Yeah,
just
no,
like,
they were just having a
chilling.
good time because it wasn't crowded. Like we said, we
Right.
caught him in the best spot. But if like we were vlogging,
No one in there knew who they were.
yeah,
Like people, like there's people sitting at the table, and like they walked up to us and they're like, "Who is that?"
really.
Yeah,
yeah.
How do you not know who Logan Paul is in this generation?
Well, I
I feel
mean,
like
I
It was
don't
like
know.
a mom.
It was like
you
a
know what I
mom,
mean?
yeah.
So it's whatever, but it was pretty cool.
Well, I think that was when we were first only talking to Mike.
yeah, that
Oh,
makes
yeah,
that makes
maybe,
sense.
maybe.
too.
So-
because he walked
but-
over.
Yeah,
there and then
because
she
that was
asked
when
us.
Logan was still getting a hot dog.
Yeah.
Like I know, like my parents would not know who the fuck Logan Paul is.
No, my parents
so
wouldn't either.
That makes sense. I
Yeah,
thought it was like
so-
maybe like a bunch of kids that were like, "Who is that?"
But they definitely
Yeah.
look famous. I mean, they were all in the group.
They had
Nice
the
ass
huge
camera.
camera,
They're
yeah.
all decked out in some fresh fucking shit or whatever. So
One day, boys. One day.
one day.
Yeah.
But if you ever in New York, go to the fucking America's Dream Mall. It's fucking awesome, and everything should be open in like March. And it's
Do you
like,
want to tell them about me and Bucket Boy?
Oh,
the
drip,
video.
drip, splash.
oh yeah. Okay. So one other thing that happened while we were at the mall, we were in the amusement park and some
It was right after we met.
yeah it's
Literally right after.
right after we met.
So right after that.
A worker comes up to us and she's like, "Hey, do you guys want to get slimed? Like the famous Nickelodeon green slime, you know, like the Nickelodeon award show, like
Yeah.
you
So
get slimed."
fucking jealous.
Yeah, so you're like, "You want to get slimed?" And I looked at her, it's like, "You know what? I don't think I really do want to get slimed. Like that just doesn't
Right
sound like
away,
something I
Bucket
wanna
Boy
do."
was like, "Yes."
"Yeah." and then they were like, "No, we'll like they put this whole suit on you, like you won't get your clothes." And I was like, she was like, "Well, listen, you can make it a game time decision, but Ben and Charles signed up, right?" So we go over there like 15 minutes later, and they take. I was like, "No, I'm gonna send it out. I'm gonna record it, right?" Because it's like this huge
Smart man.
stage.
Smart man.
I recorded the whole thing. It's fucking hilarious, dude. It is the best thing that I recorded that whole weekend. So they go back and they're back getting ready for like 10 minutes, and then boom, like the curtains open, and these 4 guys walk out. So just think about it like 2 actually professional dancers, and then like Connor and myself in the back. dancing.
You think
Okay,
were they actually that bad?
No, they weren't that bad. It was just.
Because I
funny.
couldn't even see him. I was backstage.
It was just funny.
What are you doing?
We're gonna put the clip of it right here, so I'm pointing at it because the clip will be right
Oh wow.
here in the video.
Oh, okay. Well, it's a long ass video. What's whatever. We'll figure it out.
We can show the clip of it in the.
And so they're fucking getting down, like the get down, bro, like hardcore. And I'm recording this whole thing, and they're like dancing this whole fucking choreographed dance. And I'm like, no way it's just going to be Ben and Charles that get out of it. No fucking way. Like, it's got to be a big group. And next thing you know, here comes fucking little Charles in his fucking suit and little just Ben right behind him. And then the lady's like, all right, who's ready to get slimed? And then she's like, who do we got here? And Charlie's like, I'm Charlie Schultz.
I'm Charlie Schultz.
And then it's like, I'm Ben. And whatever.
She's
and
like, where are you
get ready to get
from?
slimed.
West
Yeah.
Virginia.
And they fucking get slimed. And it was just the funniest fucking thing ever, dude.
That shit was funny.
Dude, you
They
should
were like, how do you feel right now? And Charlie's like, actually, pretty amazing.
That is awesome.
Dude, that's fucking awesome.
It was great.
Dude, so he had a series of fortunate events happen to him on his birthday, man. That's fucking
Charles
sick.
It was great. He fucking
Loved
knocked-
Friday
Yeah, Friday was awesome. And then Friday night, we were
When-
drinking
at the hotel.
At the hotel, we had a couple pregame
I feel like I got
cocktails.
hammered off of like.
Right.
Oh well, we didn't eat the whole day.
So
Yeah,
Charles
we
got
didn't eat the whole day.
slammed,
I didn't
right?
eat.
We got some.
I ate at like 6 in the morning,
Then
or
we
like
went to a place
7
called
in the morning.
Carmine's, which is a Italian restaurant.
It's like famous, right? Like,
I don't know. It
I would imagine so. It's
Sounds
like
like it.
downtown
It was-
Times Square.
Yeah, it's like right in Times Square.
Yeah,
So
Super packed,
yeah.
super
super
fucking
packed.
loud in there.
I had fucking
Classic
two-
Italian.
It was Fly to the Moon margaritas is what they were called. And then I went back to the hotel
I
and
don't
I
even
had
know
about
what I had
fucking
there.
4 monkey shoulders is what they were called.
Were they good?
Just like straight bourbon.
I blacked out, Connor. That's what happened, okay? Next thing I know, I told
Dude,
Jesse
we were
and-
hammered
Jesse
in the
and
restaurant for one.
Ben, not this Ben, Jesse's friend Ben. We'll just call him Gay Ben because he's gay. He's a very cool guy. Gay Ben.
He was cool.
And we were all talking about going like out to the strip club. Like I was like, yeah, let's go. Ben was like, all right,
Yeah, I
I'm
was
gonna run
about
the
it.
food upstairs and we're gonna go, right? And I'm walking. I'm probably stumbling at this point to the elevator to leave. We get in a photo shoot. Me and Gay Ben take a photo shoot together, not in a gay way, which is
Okay.
fine.
We'll let
And
you
then
decide
we
that.
can put those on there too. And then so
So yeah, I go drop the food off in the room, and you okay? Me taking over here?
yeah.
And so I just dropped the food off in the room. I come right down. So I'm only gone like 5 minutes, 10 minutes maybe. I come down, I take the elevator down. We're on the 44th floor, so I'm going all the way back down to floor 8. And I get off the elevator, and Zach's just standing there, fucking hammered looking. He's like, "Yeah, I don't think we should go out." I was like,
I don't remember any of this.
Had a moment
"All
of
right, dude." I was
recollection.
like, "That's probably fair," because I was hammered too. I was like, all right, let's just go back to the room. We just hop back on the elevator.
And go up to the room, and then I wake up, and my fucking glasses are broken. I have no idea.
Yeah, I don't know
what
how that
fucking
happened.
And I felt like absolute cheeks, bro.
That's
one-
also not the first time you've ever broken your glasses when you've been hammered, so I'm not surprised.
about the 5th.
I think we also have that video.
Is that why you had to go
Um,
to the eye doctor today?
I got new glasses. Yeah,
Are those
no, they'll
Oh.
be here in like a week or like
Are
3
they- are
2
they
weeks,
different?
3 weeks. Yes, they're
They don't look very
like
broken.
like different?
They
like
they
lens?
refixed them for me.
Yeah, but
Well,
are
they're
are- are
different
they, like,
lenses.
different frames and lens.
Yeah. Yeah. So we'll see.
I
how
fixed
that
them
looks.
that morning.
I'll say they
So-
look, they
Jerry
look
rigged 'em.
fine. They
Yeah,
look
Jerry
fine.
rigged 'em. So the last thing I want to talk about, Saturday we went shopping. Charles blew some racks, and then we went to a restaurant called Ninja. If you guys are ever in New York and you need to go to this restaurant called Ninja, so you walk in, it's this very fucking small room with just an elevator and a host. You most likely have to have a reservation.
Definitely have to have a
And
reservation.
they'll take you down the elevator. It's all dark, and then the doors open, and a fucking ninja pops out and scares the shit out of you. like they're trying to scare you, and you have to walk down the ninja path. Ninjas are fucking popping out, making ninja noises at you. Like I swear to God. And you go into your little fucking table, which is like secluded from everyone else.
Just
And then
like a
your
little
server's
room.
a fucking ninja, and they fucking come in and like smack the table, and they throw the fucking like a scroll.
Like the
at
menu's like
you.
a scroll.
They
so
got
they're
like a fucking sword and shit. And then it was fucking crazy.
What?
every time they come into the room.
like the one dude fucking Charles had a ninja presentation for his steak, and they set it on fire, like the whole thing on fire in front of him in our fucking thing, and he was like, "Ninja catch what that?" Like he's gonna throw it at him. It was a good time. Gay Ben was freaking out the whole time.
Yeah, it was.
It was fucking hilarious. We had a ninja magic show, which was pretty cool.
The magic show was one of the best I've ever seen.
We got all that recorded. I don't know how good it is because it was kind of dark. in
Yeah,
there,
it was
but
very
we'll-
dark.
We'll see, but
We might be able to edit it so that it like
Yeah.
brightens it
That was
up.
the last thing I want to talk about in New York. I know we've been rambling about it, but
Yeah,
it was,
yeah, yeah.
it
This
was
sounds
a good
like
time.
$1,000 dinner. Jesus Christ.
About 400.
Yeah, that's not okay.
For what?
Okay.
Like 6, 7 people?
Six of us, and we had
Yeah.
like 5 appetizers. Ben and I got
Yeah, we had
this
a lot of
fucking
I
food.
feel like
$30 drink with 2 popsicles in it.
Yeah. That came in bubbling.
Did you guys share straws?
No,
No.
we had 2 separate straws.
Okay.
Glass straws too.
Okay. So you guys had the
Save the
same
turtles.
drink.
Same
drink.
drink.
Same drink, yes.
Yes, we
That's
might
really-
have swapped
that's
a
really
little bit of
cute.
spit, but
Might have. And then
Get
that
after
night
it,
we
Rick.
went to a bar to watch the John Jones fight, and we'll move into that. So Brant, it was UFC 248, 7,
247. Yes.
247.
Yes. Yeah.
And I didn't watch any of the fights besides the John Jones fight. So
Mhm.
how was mainly? We'll just talk about the undercard.
Yeah.
The
S-
Jaron Ticantino.
Are you out of here? See you,
What's
Rick.
her name?
Bye,
See,
Rick.
buddy.
Ricky, say bye to the camera.
So I got to start off a little bit earlier. So the first fight was actually pretty cool. So it was Derek Lewis and Ilir Latifi.
Mm-hmm.
So Ilir Latifi was moving up to heavyweight for the first time. So it was like a new kind of thing. And it was a great fight for Derek Lewis because he was a lot stronger. Derek Lewis came out looking better than I've ever seen. This man was throwing flying knees like I've never seen, dude.
That clip.
Yeah,
I
that
forgot
highlight of the
about
flying
him
knee
fighting.
was Wild.
That is
Dude.
a big man, too big of a man to be throwing a flying knee. First of
So-
all, that should be
Yeah.
illegal.
So when he was doing that though, like it was so unseen that Ilir Latifi wasn't even ready. And when he was doing it, dude, there was so much weight. We swear to God that we thought the wall of the octagon was going down. But
Wouldn't that be something?
Derek Lewis was
Oh, that'd
throwing
be
bombs.
crazy.
That fight was pretty good. He was just throwing bombs and went up going to decision. Derek Lewis won it in front of the home crowd. Then the very next fight though was a new guy from Brisbane. He was from Brisbane. That's Australia, correct? Or is that-
Brisbane?
or is that New Zealand? It's Australia. Anyways, this dude Justin Tafa put this dude through the fucking roof. He's a new heavyweight. He's gonna be a force to be reckoned with for a little bit.
Oh yeah, that was the guy that was the
The
it
big
was
guy,
Australia. I
yeah,
was watching.
dude.
It. Yeah, he was the underdog.
Did you see the video? Yeah, he was fighting Juan Adams, who's also out of Houston.
Yeah.
But did you see the video of his family?
No.
So like, I guess all of his family's back in Australia watching. There was like a video of his whole family. Like, there's some big ass motherfucking people too, and they were all just going hype. So that was cool.
Yeah, he finished him in the first round.
Oh, dude, he
was the underdog.
dude, he sent him through the roof too. He
Yeah,
absolutely
he
floored
just
him.
Started,
What a beast.
He was throwing some
he
bombs.
Just timed it right, and
And then we had another fight, which was Dan Ige and Bektik. That was an all right fight. Nothing really too impressive happened in that fight. But then, moving on to Shevchenko. Oh, my fucking Lord. Valentina the Bullet Shevchenko is the baddest bitch on this planet. She will fucking kill somebody.
dude, there was odds for DraftKings minus 4.5 rounds plus 145.
Yeah, and actually, a lot of people made money off that. Matt made
Yeah.
like $500. My dad made money off it. A lot of people cashed out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
how
mean,
are people
yeah.
going to
that-
think that it's not, or
That
how
it-
does Vegas
but
think
it-
it's going to go to this?
Right.
So-
that blows my mind.
So check this out. So she gets her on the ground, and at one point, and like she beat the shit out of her for the first 3 rounds. But in the third round,
well, that bow that she threw.
she gets her on the fucking ground, and has her in like a crucifix. So the girl's one arm is through her legs,
Yep.
and she's pinning the other one down with her left arm, and just dropping fucking bows on her, and that's how she put her out. And that was kind of scary to see. And then we move on to the John Jones Dominique Reyes fight, which might be one of the most controversial fights for the simple fact that Dominique Reyes absolutely beat the shit out of John Jones for the whole fight, pretty much, and still somehow lost.
So I can chip in on that because that's the fight we did see. So he absolutely won 1, 2, and 3.
I would say so, yes.
100%.
Yes. But the only problem is that what they're saying is John Jones had all the octagon control because even when he was getting punched, he was still moving forward, and he had 2 takedowns. And at
Mhm.
the end, Dominique Reyes only had 119 strikes landed, where John Jones had 107. So they said that those 2 takedowns kind of equated for more than 12 punches.
Right.
To be
and
fair, he
and
didn't really do much with the takedowns.
he didn't do
Yeah,
anything.
and
with the
but
takedowns.
that's the thing that they're trying to say, and that Joe Rogan had a big problem. He was saying how like it's a flawed system, and kind of how like it's kind of fucked up that in this world it's up for the interpretation of 3 guys. And you got to think, Dominique Reyes was like a decent college football player at a little school, didn't get picked up in the NFL draft. He was an IT guy for like a fucking school system, and now he's fighting John Jones on the biggest stage, and he gets it taken away because of 3 dickheads that just have like a different opinion than the rest of the world.
I mean, he should be upset with the result, but not so much the fight because he
Oh,
Yeah.
it
100%.
shows that he can stand toe to toe with with debatably the best
Of-
fighter
of all time.
time,
Yeah.
and especially in the light heavyweight division. That's the division, correct?
Yeah, Dominic Reyes, he's gonna be he's gonna be around for a while.
Yeah, I mean he was 12-0, now he's 12-1,
Yep.
but he didn't lose that fight. I mean,
No, and I think
Uh,
that it goes a long way with the people because he might be 12-1, but people will forever say that'd be kind of like that moment in John Jones' career where
but the craziest thing is, first of all, it was a unanimous decision, so all three judges scored it in
Yeah.
John Jones' favor. One of the judges scored it like 49-41 or
40,
something.
it's 49-46.
So it was like 4-1
Yeah, it's
or
49-46, which is absolutely crazy to me that how that even happens.
And I didn't watch the rest of the fights, but I did hear there was some controversy on. Am I good?
Mm-hmm.
Am I
Yeah.
going in and out? On some earlier fights too, like the judging was questionable in the
Is
earlier
it the
fights
same
as well,
judges
so-
throughout all
Yeah.
fights?
Yeah.
I believe
Yeah.
so.
So just a little controversy also. So in the prelims, John Anik and Joe Rogan were sitting over there talking, and all of a sudden Joe looks over and he's like, "Why the fuck is the gaming commissioner sitting over there talking to the judges right now?" And John Anik's like, "Well, Joe, you can't really control it, and we can't do anything about it, but you definitely don't like to see that. That's very concerning." So it was like the whole night that Joe Rogan kept bringing up, like, why is the commissioner talking to the judges? Why is the guy that is the president of this talking to the judges? That doesn't make any sense to me.
I don't remember hearing that, so that was on live, and Joe was saying that.
Oh, Joe was openly on live saying that. Yes, he
That's
was
why
not,
Joe's the greatest,
and he was
'cause
not
he's-
happy.
Joe don't give a fuck.
Joe don't give a fuck, and he kind of makes the fucking UFC.
Yeah. So
I mean, it's the fighters, Bruce Buffer, and Joe Rogan.
yeah,
I mean, those are the three guys you want. You know
Exactly.
what I mean?
Oh,
well,
yeah.
in the good, like, whatever fighters you want, but you need Joe Rogan and you need Bruce Buffer.
It's
you're introducing
Joe,
oh yeah,
so
dude.
fresh.
jumped out.
Oh man,
Oh,
I
he's
get
so fresh.
I get so fucking jacked up for that. Whenever he gets going, man, it's the chills.
Literally, it could be. I don't even care who's fighting, but if he's like getting everyone excited for it, I mean, it could be anyone in there, and I'm ready.
Yeah, we got some
Oh,
good
yeah.
fights. 248's going to be some good fights as well, boys.
The fight coming up this weekend too.
Israel
It's boxing.
Adesanya.
It's not UFC.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
boxing.
I'm ready for that fight. I'm
Is-
also ready for the Wilder and Fury fight.
Oh, they're
Um,
fighting. When are they fighting?
This
This
Saturday.
It's this Saturday.
Really?
I'm like 90%.
I think it's the
sure.
20 something.
I
I feel
can
like
look it
there's
up.
like no hype behind it.
Yeah, look it
I
up.
haven't heard like
It's
anything
boxing.
about it.
I thought it was.
Boxing's
I
a
thought it was
dying
this weekend.
sport, but
But the first fight, man, that was like you
it was
heard a lot
draw,
of shit.
So you know what I mean.
February 22nd.
So next weekend. Sorry, not
Yeah.
this weekend. Next weekend.
So
Sorry.
that'll be a good time.
I mean, just to wrap
Thoughts
it up
on
though.
that? I don't watch a lot of boxing, but thoughts?
I was just gonna wrap up UFC real quick. It was a hell of a fights. Controversy all over. A lot of the fights are kind of under protest, but in the end, it was good fun.
It was good fun,
It's
and
worth the
they
$65
absolutely
bucks.
have to run it back. No, they have to.
John Jones isn't the kind of guy that'll allow that. Only because there
He's
wasn't
scared?
enough. No, just there wasn't enough controversy around it, and I
Nah, they
think
gotta
that
run
there's
it
other
back,
there's other bigger money fights out there. That's the thing.
Maybe. Who else would he fight for money?
Well, the thing is, they're trying to. The thing is, they want to set up the Izzy fight. They also want to see John Jones go to heavyweight because
Okay.
they want to see John Jones and Stipe.
What weight is
Light heavyweight.
that African did?
Which one?
Izzy.
Usman.
Oh,
I think.
Usman. Oh,
is-
he's middleweight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or he's not welterweight.
No,
Okay.
welterweight. Thank you. Sorry.
Welterweight.
No, hold up.
I don't know. He's a beast though.
God, I
He's
just
a
got him all
beast.
fucked up now.
He's gonna fight the baddest motherfucker, right?
Because he's 170. Yeah, Usman's 170 and Azadanya's 185. Yeah, that's right.
Azadani is heavier than Usman?
Yeah. Mhm.
Really?
Yep.
Hmm.
It's kind of
Alright.
crazy. Hold up. I'm gonna fact check it though. Let's just
Okay.
keep talking.
But isn't
Okay.
Usman and what's his Masvidal gonna
Yeah.
fight?
Yeah, and I think they're
That is
both
gonna
one,
be
and they're
fucking
one.
crazy.
Yeah, they're
I want-
170 because that's Cerrone
I'd much
too.
rather see
Yep.
Conor McGregor fight one of those two guys.
He would get his ass.
Yeah, I think he
whooped.
would get.
He can't fight a wrestler.
destroyed.
He can't fight a wrestler. And I think Usman might be more dominant than Habib on the ground, which is kind of crazy to say.
All right, well, what about Masvidal and McGregor? Who would win that fight?
Masvidal's a fucking savage.
I think
Look at that guy.
I think that'd be a better fight though because they're more lined up for they're more punching and not as much
Yeah, but
wrestling.
Masvidal
But
is a fucking savage.
I mean, it would be a good
Dude,
fight.
McGregor, the way he looked at last fight though, man, you can't
I mean,
even
we
count
only
that
saw him
out.
for 30 seconds.
But dude, those were some serious punches, man.
He broke his nose with his shoulder. Connor.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen that before? Have you ever seen that
No,
before?
I haven't. No.
Yeah, that was fucking insane. All right, well, while Brant fucking looks that up, Connor, who do you
Yeah,
think's gonna
yep,
win
yep.
the Wilder
That was correct.
Fury fight?
185 is middleweight. That's Asadanya.
I think Wilder, Deontay.
Brant?
I'm gonna go with. I would rather. Oh, what's going on?
I don't know.
I can't hear
It's
myself
still
anymore.
recording though. It's still recording. Oh, there you go.
Can you guys stop
Just
moving your
the
mics?
sound went out.
Just everyone sit still. Stop touching your stuff.
What's that? It would be the headphones. Really.
Well, I know, but the cords hit it, and that's why
I don't
it's
know what's up
sliding.
with that. Might have to. I don't know. Okay. Well, our mics or our headphones went out for a second, so sorry.
So much
But,
technical difficulty.
Yeah, I know. We're just fucking
I would.
not feeling it today.
I would rather see Fury fight. I guess win the fight.
Me too. Me too. All right. Well, moving on then.
Let's get to
Um,
Duke, man. Let's
America,
get to
baby.
Duke. I'm trying to hear about Connor's crazy weekend,
yeah.
man.
I was about to move.
That's
right
the most
along
im-
now.
no, that's
let's
the
hear
most-
it,
No, I
Connie.
was
Let's
not
hear it.
gonna
Let's
let
hear
you
it.
I was,
Let's
talk
hear
yeah,
it.
I was,
Let's hear it.
I was trying to say fuck the UFC, bro. We're trying to get to the important shit.
All right. Well, so about 2-3 weeks ago, maybe a little bit longer, Mom texted me and was like, "Let's go to a Duke UNC game." I was like, "Hold up.
Nut.
First of all, that's a lot of money that I don't want her to be spending." And I was like, "Mom, that's a lot of money." She was like, "This is probably the only time that we'll ever get to do it. The tickets are as cheap as we've ever seen them."
Probably.
And this was before UNC started to suck. Like, this was before like the ACC tournament or like the ACC play started.
Sure.
Which
Sure.
But they
sure,
were
sure.
still fucking.
which
They were definitely
shitty.
not as
which UNC
good.
when they played Duke on Saturday, they were 10-11. So they're
Yeah,
pretty below average this
That's
season.
that's cheeks, bro.
Yeah.
that's some
yeah.
cheekage.
So, long story short, Mom buys the tickets. You know, we plan on going. So, Mom, Spencer, and I go down Saturday morning. We leave here around 7:30. Get down there around 2 o'clock, I would say, give or take.
The extracurricular is not important. Get to the
I
point.
know, I know.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
So, you know, so we hang out a little bit.
I just don't think that getting there at 2
and
o'clock
then-
affects the story
and then
very much.
we eventually get to Chapel Hill,
Sure.
which is where UNC's campus is.
Yes.
You know, spend some time outside the Dean Dome while we wait to enter the building.
Sure.
Waiting in line, watch some XFL games.
Right on.
On my phone. It was fun.
Good defenders.
Yeah, talked to some guys behind us. They were both Duke fans. They had some bets on the XFL in the first half. Didn't go their way. They weren't too happy. They kind of said, "Fuck the XFL" at that point.
So what's up about the Duke and the UNC game?
I'm working on it.
Yeah, but you're
Jesus.
setting the preface that we don't need. Let's get
Listen,
to the point.
Brant, let me tell the story from my experience.
I want to tell it how I want to tell it.
I want to
Yes.
tell you that we sat in line for 15 minutes and then we walked in.
Oh
we
my
went to the
God, let me just
bathroom
tell
and
you
then.
the goddamn story. Jesus Christ, this is like the greatest moment of my life. Let me let me talk about it.
All
It was
right,
almost
man,
the
but you
biggest
got to get to
nightmare
the
of your
point.
Well, it
Right.
was almost the biggest night.
Continue.
Anyways, 36 minutes into the game. Here, I'll skip all the way to the fucking end.
Okay.
That's fine. Thank you.
36. The first 36
you.
minutes of the game,
Mhm.
fucking awful. Duke
Yeah.
sucked cock.
They did.
They
Surprised?
the only lead they had the entire game was at 4-2,
Mm-hmm.
and then at that point they were down by 10 almost the entire fucking game.
Did you think
Mhm.
all hope was lost at this point?
Zach, there was about maybe 10 to 8 minutes left, somewhere in between that time.
Mhm.
I was texting Kaylin. I said, "This is not looking great," and she said, "Connor, there's still a lot of game left." I just sent her some periods because
She's giving you the hype up talk.
Because
Right.
you were on your period.
I don't
we
need. I
got
don't.
this.
I don't need positivity right now. I need negativity because I'm fucking pissed.
I mean, there was a point during this game in my head. I was like, "Wow, I kind of want to leave because I don't want to deal with these fans when UNC beats."
Dude,
Duke."
I know for a
I
fact.
just didn't want to deal with it.
I know for a fact Zach was rooting for UNC as well. He
Oh, I'm
definitely
sure
wanted to
he
see
was.
that.
So about eight minutes left. You know, I'm just a little pissed, and you know, Spencer throughout the game is asking Mom like, "Are you happy? We like."
Oh, Spencer's being Spencer?
Is she,
Oh,
no,
boy.
Like, luckily he was cheering for Duke, and like, anyways, like Mom's thing was, she would be happier at the end of the game. Like, depending on how the game ends, is how like she would rate the entire trip.
Well, that makes a lot of sense.
Right.
What?
Right.
What do you mean exactly?
So like,
Like, even if they
would've
lost,
won,
you're
she'd
saying?
be happy. If they lost, she'd be
Yeah,
happy.
so what
she-
happened
like,
was,
she would have been
hold
a
on.
little upset. Like if
It was what
So,
happened was so
like,
Spencer asked her that question at the end of the game before like they made all the way to come back. They're just down by a little bit. They have a chance to have a buzzer beater. Spencer's like, "So Mom, is this the greatest game ever?" And then she goes,
I didn't know if this was like a Booger McFarland comment.
No, seriously.
Like, if they
No.
win, I would be happy.
No.
If they s-
It was right before the buzzer beater happened. So she was like, "Ask me after this."
yeah, she
Ask
was
me
like-
after this
like,
play.
Ask me after the game. Like yeah. So
Gotcha.
Duke's down by like 10 with 2 minutes left. and they make the craziest comeback I've ever witnessed. Like, and this will be a game that'll be talked about for years, maybe decades.
For you forever.
Well, yes, for me forever.
Were you hard?
I was getting there.
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't talk a whole lot throughout the game. There was a lot of fucking fouls called. Actually, there were 54 fouls called.
Holy titties.
27 on each team.
Was Spencer yelling at the refs at all?
Not so much. We had some fucking idiots around us, actually. Like, just straight up idiots.
Were
Like,
they rooting for North Carolina?
I mean, yes, but like,
So yeah.
Does
But
that make
like-
them idiots?
no.
Kind of.
Just how they were fucking talking and like these bitches behind us. They,
Yeah.
oh my God, what's happening? Oh my God, this, oh my God. And like, they were just talking. Like, they weren't, it was just so aggravating. And then
They were just talking. No,
it was just so aggravating.
Okay.
So what happened? What happened to kind of set up the buzzer beater? How did the end of the game kind of break down?
Honestly, I blacked out.
End of story. All right, let's move
I
on.
really don't know if I could like straight up tell you, but Trey Jones goes to the free throw line.
Yep.
Is this in overtime or
No,
regular?
no,
time?
this is regular time.
Okay.
Regular time.
Regular
Yeah.
time. So regular time. Thanks for ruining the overtime story.
Well, I watched
No,
it.
I'm just
Well,
kidding.
we got to get there eventually.
I know. So Trey Jones goes to the free throw line, and they're down by 3. He makes the first free throw, and then he has to purposely miss the second to try to get the ball back to try to score to tie the game. So he cranks this thing off the right side of the rim.
Dude, it was. You have to set the fact that he threw a line drive as hard as he could right at the front and hit it perfectly to bounce, dude.
And it bounced all the way out to the 3-point line, and he grabbed the rebound, took 2 dribbles. It got taken away from him. He took one more dribble right outside the free throw line, drained the jumper to tie the game to go into overtime. Mom Spencer and I are behind the basket is where our seats were. So we couldn't, the whole second half, like we couldn't tell, like if, really the whole game, if balls were going through the net or like they were air balls at certain points. Like
Sure.
it was just super hard to see. So we're like cheering for a second. There's a few Duke people like around us. And we're like cheering for a second. And we're like, did it count? Did it go in? Like, was there enough time? Like he let go before. And then like once we found out that it went in and like it was going into overtime, we went crazy for like 30 seconds.
And I FaceTime Connor, and I
Yeah,
was in
you
my living room
FaceTime.
I was so hyped for him because I was like, man, like when they were down, I felt so bad because that's like a once in a lifetime kind of experience. You don't want to see your friend like kind of. That's a lot of fucking money, and UNC sucks anyway, so it's like it's not gonna fuck
Yeah.
their season if they
Which
lose.
they balled out. And I'll give them all the credit in the world. They were not missing shots.
Well, I will say that it's the greatest rivalry in any college sports.
Oh
ever.
yeah, oh yeah.
And it's like the craziest stat that the last like
so
100 games, they're like
50-50, and it was like 7,776 to
7,747, I think,
yeah,
each point.
something like that. So the same amount of points, the same amount of wins and losses in 100 games.
So it just goes to show, like, even if one team is not as good that year, it's always going to be a close game,
Right.
no matter
yeah.
No,
what.
yeah, exactly.
And even like
And there's just so
any
much
team can
hype.
win at home. I mean, I've seen UNC
Yeah.
win at Cameron, and I've seen Duke obviously at the fucking Dean Center or whatever.
Right.
So I mean, it's just always competitive, and it's the greatest rivalry in all college
Yeah.
sports.
So then getting to overtime, Duke goes up by like 6 or 8 in the first
Mhm.
like 2
Mhm.
minutes. They were finally making shots. God bless them. Then they went on another drought. So then final 30 seconds of the game, UNC's back up by 2, I think. I can't even remember. Trey Jones goes to the free throw line again. He has a chance to tie the game with 11 seconds left. So he makes the first one. Right? Yeah. Yeah, he makes the first one.
Mm-hmm.
Tie the game. I can't even, did they win by 2?
You're asking the wrong guy.
You were there, Jimmy.
I told you. I think they won 96-98.
Blacked out with excitement.
So Trey Jones ties it up with one of his free throws. Then then I don't think he purposely missed the second one. It just hit the back iron. And Wendell Moore goes up to catch the rebound. He taps it out. And Matthew Hurt and Trey Jones both try to grab the ball. Trey Jones grabs the ball, does the exact same thing, dribbles to the same exact spot, puts up a shot, airballs it. Wendell Moore comes in with the fucking airball save and tips the ball in with 0 seconds left on the clock, and Duke wins the game.
And then I went crazy again and FaceTime Connor as well, and I was yelling to him, bucket list check, bucket list check.
It was the craziest. Like like it's one thing to go to like a dude or like your favorite sports team game against like their best rival, like no matter who it is, like probably like Redskins and Dallas would probably be like a great game. Yeah, like
Yeah, a couple years ago.
right? But like,
Maybe
but then it's
1990.
another thing to like witness not just like a overtime buzzer or like a game time buzzer beater to tie the game to go into overtime, but then to be in overtime and to have a buzzer beater to win the game. I mean that.
So what was it like to kind of share that moment with your mom? I know Spencer's not the biggest Duke fan, but you and your mom have always been huge Duke fans, so that's probably a
Did your
pretty
mom
special
cry?
moment.
I think she peed her pants.
Oh,
Which I mean, mom has a weak bladder anyways. But,
Jeez, you could have just said she
are
cried.
you serious? Did she really pee her pants?
I mean, I think she peed her pants a little bit. Yes. I mean, just like a little bit, but
Okay, I
nothing
mean,
crazy.
it's understandable. I guess
Right.
it just that's funny.
It's exciting.
But yeah, I mean, it was fucking crazy. I mean, I got a text from Dad and I was like, "How's Mom keeping it together?" And then like after the game, he was like, "Did Mom pee her pants?" So I mean, it's common.
I guess it's like that one
I
guy
respect
that we
it.
know.
Very special
Kinda
moment.
know.
Very special moment.
Pees his pants whenever he gets drunk.
Would you drink, Brant? I'm sorry to get off topic real quick. I just need to know, Brant. Would
Oh,
you
this is a good
drink if
conversation.
you drink every time you get drunk, you piss yourself? Would you drink
Like you piss the bed
I
every time you go to
thought-
sleep after you drink.
every time?
Every single.
Okay.
Every single time.
So first of all, I've had probably more people piss their pants in my parents' house than any other place on this whole entire fucking planet has. I promise you that. And I used to think to myself, if you know that you get that drunk, first of all, why don't you take the fucking precaution so that someone else doesn't have to clean it up?
I think I'd wear a diaper to bed.
And thank you. Second of all, if like, bro, just throw fucking something on. Like, you're just cool with just pissing your pants in front of everybody. If pissing your pants is cool,
I mean,
then
like-
consider me Miles Davis.
I understand like some people growing up like to have a problem whizzing the bed, but
Well,
like
no, yeah, well,
if
yeah,
you
when you're
drink-
7, that's different than
if
when
you're
25.
if you're 20, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Or like even like 12, whatever. But if you're 23, whatever, however old, and you just go out for a night on
Mhm.
the town, just drink some drinks, you come back,
It just
sleep in a bed
Well-
with your girlfriend, and fucking whiz it every single time.
Brody, bro, I don't know why I said Brody. I meant, bro, listen to this shit. I
Is
have
Brody
a
the one
fucking...
whizzing the
No,
bed?
no, 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 no,
Does
no.
Brody piss bed?
No, I don't believe so. No, my fucking crazy ass Aunt Karen, like apparently my mom told me when she would get drunk, she would like piss herself all the time. So she stayed at the night at some guy's house after like hooking up with him or whatever. And apparently she
Fucking whiz.
pissed herself, right?
mm.
So
I
the
would get
next
out of
morning, she's taking her water and like pouring it on the bed. And the guy wakes up and is like, "What the fuck are you doing?" And she's like, "Oh, I just spilled my water." And he was like, he's like, "Did you piss the bed and you were trying to cover it up by pouring water all over it?" And she
Ooh.
was like, "Yep, I was."
Wow.
And then she just bounced. And the funniest thing is my dad was friends with that guy. So that guy was like, "Yeah, your sister-in-law pissed the bed and was trying to pour water on it to cover it up. Like I wouldn't fucking notice that my sheets were yellow." And I was like, "Oh, okay."
If that happens, you just
What
gotta
is
own
that?
up and be like, I
Yeah.
fucked up.
Or just walk out.
Well, yeah.
I
Or
don't-
blame it on the dog, maybe.
I had a buddy that
I don't know.
I had a buddy one time, so he was sleeping in his girlfriend's like dorm or whatever, and he walked over to her brand new Apple laptop and opened it up like it was a toilet and fucking pissed right on her keyboards and had to buy her a brand new fucking Apple.
Damn.
Yeah, so
That would
I
be.
could not even imagine.
there's
that
been
would
a.
be so upsetting.
I don't think I'll ever be that.
I think it's more.
Drunk.
I think it's more
Retardedly
embarrassing.
drunk.
Okay, so I had a. Would you guys think it's worse when you're drunk to stand up and go pee on something,
Mhm.
or do you think it's more embarrassing to just literally piss yourself?
Piss yourself for sure.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
Definitely piss yourself.
I said that as
Yeah.
well. Me and somebody had an argument about this because I stood up one time and pissed, and I was trying to say that.
I mean,
that's
if
not
you're
that
really
bad.
that drunk where you stand up and open up a laptop and whiz in it, you are like you need to go to the hospital.
I mean, at least you're trying.
That's what I'm
though.
saying because you like actually think you're. I think if you just whiz yourself, like
I
you're just
pissed
sitting
on
on
the
the couch,
table.
I don't know.
like, and you
I've
just whiz, like I think you're just kind of like
You're in,
blacked out and you just kind of don't even know what you're doing.
I think
Yeah.
I've whizzed in Patrick's room before in the corner.
I pissed on
Yeah,
the table
see,
a
like-
senior week,
I think.
but
I
not
mean,
on ourselves
I
though.
think
You
it's
know
more
what I mean?
dangerous
Like,
if you're pissing yourself because it's like your liver shutting down, right? It's
yeah,
I mean,
that's-
not
it's
necessarily, like,
liver
you're
and
just-
kidneys and
I
shit.
mean, if you're literally just standing there, if you're sitting there like we're having a conversation, I'm just whizzing myself because I'm that drunk. But if I'm like sitting on a couch, like going in and out, and I'm whizzing myself, that's different.
that's more embarrassing though to me. Like as long as you take your dick out
Not
of your
really.
pants,
It's like
I think
you're
that's
kind of sleeping.
accomplishment.
It's like you're kind of sleep
I
whizzing.
mean, I was asleep and I woke up, tried to go whiz, I whizzed in the room, and then
Yeah, I
went
feel
back
like
to
that's
sleep.
kind of like
Have you guys?
kind of like sleep sleep whizzing. You know,
Has anybody
Like
pissed their
sleepwalking?
pants? Like, and like, I feel like I cannot remember the last time I truly pissed my pants.
No, it's been a long time.
I've only pissed on.
been
I
a
can say that
while.
with honesty.
I pissed
it's
on
been
this
a while.
table at senior week, and one time I accidentally peed in like a little like baby seat when I was blacked out as well
A
at my
what?
parents' house.
You also
PVC?
peed in Hunter's sister's house at one time on the doormat.
That's what they say. They say it was me, but I don't think it was.
You think it was the dogs?
See, I swear to God, but Sam, it was so funny because Sam was like, so I thought, we all thought it was a dog, so I didn't know. It was definitely me because, so it was so funny. Sam was like, we get literally later that day, it's just me and Sam, and he's like, hey, Brandon, I just want to tell you, like, I really didn't want to put you on blast this morning, but I literally watched you, like, get up, walk over there, and then take a piss and lay back down. And I was, like, trying to say, like, hey, Brand, and you just weren't responding. You just whipped it out and just pissed. And then you laid back down, and he's like, and dude, no offense, I wasn't getting up to clean it. I was like, dude, fair enough. He's like, thank you for letting me go in front of everybody,
True.
I
though.
mean, if it's any consolation, I think I threw up in a bathroom that was not working.
Oh, yeah, the upstairs
Where
toilet
was
was
that?
broken. You
Yeah.
fucking-
Where was that?
So we fucked that house up.
Where was that?
That was at Hunter's sister's house.
Yeah, her, like, sister's, like, old
Jesus.
townhouse. So what were we even doing out there?
Not a proud moment.
Where did we
I don't-
go?
I don't know. It's just besides the point.
Oh, there was a party out that way, I remember. That was the night that you and I just had our arms around each other in the backyard just puking. And remember, we had to have someone come drive our car.
yes, Brian. I don't want to get into it again.
Wasn't it-
It
oh.
wasn't my car.
Dude, for some reason, I just remember, like, the car, like, for some reason we parked the car in, like, the bottom corner of the yard, and, like, we couldn't get it out for some reason. I don't
People are
even
gonna think We're
know.
alcoholics.
Bro, we were black that night, though.
So,
right, what-
Connor, congratulations on seeing greatness. I'm
Thanks,
glad
dude.
that you got to see it with your family, your mom. I know how much that meant to you.
Oh yeah.
Shout out Allison.
Yeah, shout out Allison. Beautiful soul, beautiful face. We love her. So we'll just move on then, okay?
Yeah, let's
We had
let's
a
go.
fucking blast of a weekend. So the next thing we want to talk about is the DC Defenders are going all the way, motherfuckers.
All the
What'd I say?
fucking way.
Put your
They
money
beat
on
the
'em.
fucking the Seattle Dragons. Honestly, that's kind of a fresh name.
That's super fucking
I'm rooting
fresh,
for
dude.
them second because I like that name, but we beat them 19-31, and it was
What
a
about
pretty.
the Houston Roughnecks?
Yeah, Roughnecks.
I
Or
do like
That's
I do
kinda
like that
fresh.
name too, kind of, but the Dragons are
Roughnecks.
fresh. And it was a close game into the fourth quarter, and I think that I didn't get to watch the
And
game.
the defenders pulled it out.
The
The
defenders,
defenders-
yeah,
Literally-
there was a
literally
there was
the
a
defenders.
interception I think from the
Pick
secondary,
six,
really.
yeah.
And then we got
They had a
fumble,
sick
I
ass
think,
trick
three
play.
touchdowns on.
Bro, yeah, the double reverse to the touchdown
Yeah.
pass, man, that was sick as fuck.
That was
The
super
highlights
fresh.
I saw, the
the
defenders look solid.
They had a
Ronald Jones,
they had a
yeah,
blocked
yeah.
they had a
Well, I
blocked
don't know
punt
if-
as
did he
well for a
throw it?
touchdown.
I don't remember.
Supposedly their defense is really good. They have a really great secondary. They won 19-31. Again, DC Defenders #1 fan right
All the
here.
way,
Put
baby.
your
Or
money on them.
Fans here.
It's
yeah,
ring
I
season.
won,
That should
I
be
won 20
Defenders.
bucks on
It's
them.
ring
Did
season.
you really?
Yeah, I bet 10, so I made 10. But
Fuck yeah.
it was even money for them to cover the spread. I also got 10 on them to cover the spread this week too.
What'd you guys think about the
So.
kickoff? I thought the kickoff was the most interesting thing to me. That and then the extra
Uh,
points.
yeah.
Yeah, man.
The kickoff was
I
awesome.
love the extra
so
point.
they can't move
That's sweet.
until they're both lined
Yeah.
up. Like the whole line is 5 yards in front of each other. They're right there, and then no one can move until the receiver
It's
gets
supposed
the
to help
kick.
with like concussions and stuff,
I
like big
love it.
hits.
First
Well, it's
of
just
all,
it like
But
takes
it
away from
also-
touchbacks. I'm
yeah.
sorry.
Well,
no,
yeah.
but you're good, my bad. I was just saying, like, it's just fucking sick because I think it opens up more opportunities for potential touchdowns because it's not as far
Yeah.
people far back. Like if you get
Exactly.
do that first
a lot of people
line,
get farther runs.
you could be gone. Like you're out of there.
Well, it's also like in the NFL, you want a touchback. Like you don't want the
Yeah.
chance for them to return it, so they kick it out in the end zone every time. Like
Yeah,
it's like
it's easy to do.
it's like I feel like 10% of all NFL kickoffs is they run it out. You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
it-
The other
it's-
90 is touchbacks.
100%.
So it's like when you bring it out to the 35, you don't want that. So you got to kick it, and hopefully your defense. So it's great. Love the rules, love the game, and I'm excited to continue to watch that. One thing I want to. So you know how last week, guys, we were talking about maybe changing like if the Redskins change their name and
Yeah.
their brand.
Mm-hmm.
So I was kind of like sitting at work the other day, and I was like thinking of names for the Redskins. So I got a couple here.
Okay. Are they real or are they just like?
There's a couple.
Okay. I was gonna say.
So what do you think about the Washington Warriors?
I like that. I like.
Not
I like.
bad.
It.
Okay.
Yeah, I like
okay.
that.
What about the Washington Warthogs?
Not a big fan.
You don't like the Warthogs?
Not really.
Not at all.
I mean, I get it though. Like,
There was one. Did you ever hear about the scandal where like they said that they were going to change the name to the Red Hawks,
I thought it was the Red Tails.
the Red Tails?
Yeah, they did
I
like
didn't
it
hear Red
was-
Tails, but I saw Red Hawks.
There's a couple, so I mean,
The
yeah.
Washington Red Hawks.
Mm.
Kind of sounds like Washington. Red Cox.
Yeah.
or something.
Yeah.
Red Sox. I feel like
But it's like
too close
Seahawks
to-
Yeah.
too. Like you're just gonna do. You're gonna be
yeah.
like the. You can't do that. You know what I mean?
What about the Washington Wild Hogs?
I like the Washington Wild Hogs. Someone also said Washington Pigskins.
I-
I don't know.
I honestly
Yeah.
wish that what they would do is just. I'm honestly fine with them just changing it to the Washington Skins. We can just be.
Skins?
We can just be all inclusive. Every skin. All lives matter.
I just don't like.
I'd respect that.
I mean, I get it. I just can't get
No,
behind
you
that.
have to get all the way away from
What about
Yeah,
this
if
one,
you're
guys?
gonna- yeah.
Just spitballing here. The Washington Foreskins.
I like that. That's actually number one.
Our
Yeah.
mascot will be a dick.
I feel
Well,
like
the players already look
An
like dicks out
An
there. So,
uncircumcised dick, though.
dude, just a
feel like it
fucking
has to-
the human torpedo out there. Fucking
Washington Foreskins.
the fucking Alaskan bullworm looking ass shits. Yeah.
the team mascot has to do something. I know the defenders don't, but every other team in DC kind of deals with something with.
Yeah, it's the Nationals.
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
the Capitals.
Right.
Oh,
it's
it would be
the
sweet if we could be the Washington Patriots, but
United.
Right.
fuck New England. Thanks a lot.
I know. The
High school,
DC
baby.
Defenders really fucked
Yes.
them.
I know,
That's a killer name.
Honestly, instead of being
What
the
is-
Washington
the
Reds,
DC Defenders.
Yeah.
Killer name.
I would say I wish they could just completely do that. We could just have our NFL team be the DC Defenders. I think that's sick as fuck.
It is
Honestly,
I
so
would be
sick.
okay with that too.
Yeah. So I just wanted to quickly go on that. So,
maybe next week we should come up with some names for 'em. We'll figure it out and we'll
I
we'll
just
put
did
that
that.
in
I thought it'd be
motion.
funny. I saw something. It was the Washington Foreskins. I thought that was hilarious. So, all right. Well, moving on. We're gonna read some questions. I got 7 here. I think, something like that. Yeah.
8.
Math's never been a
7.
strong suit. So
7.
Connor
Sorry.
Connor
It
can't
looked
count
like
nor can he spell.
Nor can
I
you spell.
cannot
Okay.
spell.
First question. Pull the internet. Who's hotter, Ariel or Jasmine? Disney princesses.
Definitely
no.
Jasmine because gingers are crazy ass fucks. So
And does
But
Ariel
when I think
have
of-
a vagina?
But when I think of Ariel, like I know Kendall Jenner or Kylie Jenner dressed up as her one time, and that's what I think of.
okay,
So like,
okay.
she's super hot. So
I'm into
So
Jasmine.
that's what you're going with.
I
I'm
think
gonna
I'm
go
gonna have to go with
I'm
that.
gonna go Jasmine as well.
I'm gonna go with Jasmine as well. 55% said Jasmine.
Yeah, that's a good
So
call.
Ben's fucking a fish. Moving on. All right.
That's fair.
Answer the internet. Would you rather permanently be on stilts or permanently have foam fingers for hands?
I'm gonna say
Stilts. I'd be a savage.
stilts. Yeah, I just get super sad. Yeah, I'd be super savage
I'd be
with them.
super
and
nice
fucking-
with it, and everybody know who I was.
The only
I
thing
mean,
that
it would just be unbearable to have foam fingers as hands.
Yeah,
Like,
I don't know
you
how the
are
fuck you
just
would be
a
doing.
fucking- first of all, you're a pussy. You got foam hands.
fucking. What are you even doing? We got this all the time. Fucking trying to fucking eat.
That's just not gonna work.
Bro,
I'm with the stilts too, but
Can you guys touch all your fingers together like this? You guys can touch these fingers together, correct?
like this.
I saw the dumbest thing in this world where this. You can't.
I don't know how to do that.
You can't put these together. No. I was serious. It just made me think of it. Can you put these two fingers together?
No, not at all. I don't even know how to do that.
Okay. See, I saw this. Some people can't do that.
is so funny.
It just popped in my head. I was like looking up facts and so
It's just funny that you're like, I don't know how.
Can you guys close your pinky without your ring finger moving?
No,
No.
they're connected. Though.
your phalanges.
Okay, moving on.
Ben's
you
gonna
need to-
be-
Ben, you need to work on
yeah,
that.
Ben's gonna be working on that all night. He's gonna be like,
Hold on. What do you guys do this? Can
I
we
can't
do this?
that really either. I mean, I can.
Oh yeah, I can do that.
can you do it the other way?
I come in peace.
I can't really do it with my left hand.
This?
Kind of do it.
Okay.
It's hard on my left.
So,
like, my left hand's they're really like. All right,
If you
continue.
could go to the Super Bowl, but you have to stand with your back to the field and wear headphones, would you still go?
No.
Yeah, fuck it. Why not?
I might just watch it on TV. I don't even get to
You
see
miss one
shit.
Super Bowl, but you're there, and you just you're just fucking
You're just
looking at
looking
the
at the-
fans
You're
the whole
just- you're
time.
Look at the
cheering
fat
like
motherfucker
Honestly-
right here.
Yeah,
Damn,
you're
dude.
just getting hyped.
You're starting the wave every time.
I
They're
think
not
what-
saying you're security, so you could just get hammered.
I think what we
and
should do is
you
go
could
to
be
what,
facing. You could be facing the board.
Okay.
Can we actually just go to a game and just stand facing away and just get crazy like anytime we hear anything? Like, what if we just acted
We
blind?
don't know what's
Let's
going
just
on.
act blind or something like that. We'll just all be like a group.
We all show up with blind sticks.
Yeah, and Hunter could just
That'd
be
be
like
hilarious.
Hunter
Can
could
we
just
go
be
to
a
a DC
staffer.
Defenders game
that would
and
be
just
so
go crazy?
That would be the funniest. Is like, yeah, I like that.
What if we all should? Yeah, we
Just
should
cheer for the
we
wrong
should do that
teams
as a
and
video.
stuff, like-
We all just show up as in blind suits.
But I want to go.
Or
I want to
not
go
suits,
to like.
but
I want to go to like a more serious game, like a playoff game, and just be blind, but then like keep cheering for the wrong team. So just like
Yeah.
pisses everybody off. But I'm blind, so they don't want to say
yeah,
anything.
exactly.
It's just like, and everyone's just like, hey, don't say anything, don't say anything. He doesn't know. We just want him to be happy because they won. Like, just don't say anything. I got a lot of good ideas for content. I still think the human bodies in the trunks at dealerships is pretty funny.
What is that?
He'll explain. He'll
Yeah.
explain
All right,
later.
yeah, we'll
okay.
figure it out.
Would you rather be the best looking dude in the world or be able to read minds?
Be able to read minds.
Be able to read minds for sure.
But then again, if you're the best looking dude in the world, you're probably going to make some serious racks. But then
Yeah,
if you know people's minds
imagine being
also.
like Brad Pitt.
Is that the best looking dude in the world?
I wouldn't say
he's-
that's the best looking guy in the
I'd
world.
say he's a pretty good looking dude.
You know what I'd do? I would just do what I would do to everybody is just make them write down. Like, I would just go in a street corner and be
mean-
like, if I can guess your number 1 to 100, you give me $5. If not, I give you 10. And then
Yeah,
I'll
I'm
just
saying
do that
there's
just all
so
fucking
much you
day.
could do with mind reading.
Yeah, I'd probably
Yeah.
read minds too.
You could know if
But-
someone wants to fuck or not right away.
Exactly.
You don't have to
Yeah.
waste no time.
You
That's
just look
true,
at
that's
you
true.
look at
But
a
do
girl at
you
the bar.
wanna
And
know
she's
what
like,
everybody's
wow.
thinking?
Yeah, I do. I don't get. First of all, if you're gonna do that, you better not give a fuck what people think about you. I'll
Well,
tell
right,
you that.
Yeah. All right.
Like, you
But I
don't
think
even
I'd like
know what I
that.
want to. Like,
Like-
Connor, if you could read my mind right now, you'd be upset.
Probably would be.
Yeah, you definitely would be.
All right. A full grown great white versus a full grown polar bear in an Olympic sized pool
Hold on,
that is
restart.
7 feet deep
Whoa. Why 7 feet?
and 75 degrees Fahrenheit. Who wins?
Repeat, please.
A full grown great white
The great white wins.
Great white.
versus a full grown polar bear in an Olympic sized pool that is 7 feet deep
It don't matter.
and 75 degrees Fahrenheit. Who wins?
Polar
Great
bear
white.
dies.
Great white is
Polar bear
eating
dies
that
right
guy
away.
with his asshole.
The polar bear dies right away.
Why?
The polar bears maybe
It's 75 fucking degrees, Zach. Do you know where they live?
That is pretty damn hot for polar bears.
They
though.
also live in the zoo, Brant. It's hot.
Their water's. I don't know, man. I don't think so. I don't think that's how it
75
works.
Great white
degree
is the
water is pretty hot
greatest
though.
sea creature ever.
But it's in a 7 foot deep.
Apparently,
Pool.
Connor's never read about prehistoric animals and known about the megalodon.
So you guys think shark?
Mega shark.
Yeah, I'd say
100%
shark.
shark.
I would say shark.
Nah, 79% say shark as well. That would be the shark.
The 75 degrees just kind of fucks up the polar bear, I feel like.
All right, so here's a
Yeah.
good one. Would you rather give the first 99% or the last percent of a blowjob?
You know, Bella Danger hinted this on the Barstool Instagram.
Well, she probably said the last, huh?
Yeah, I think she said the first
no,
99.
she said the first. She enjoys giving
Yeah.
blowjobs. She said the first.
So what do you like, Connor? You the first 99 or you the last 1%er?
I would say I'd rather be the first 99 because I
Yeah,
would. If you
probably.
dude, get it in your mouth, nutted in. That's worse.
But I mean, it could take fucking 10, 15 before he's ready, and then Connor comes in for cleanup. You know what I mean? So how's that work? So you're going a solid 10,
That's the
15.
thing is, you can't even give full effort into it. That's the thing is, you have to give full effort to make it go quick, and you're just fucking miserable. Oh, I still say the first 99% though, because I cannot get. Oh God.
First 99?
I don't know, man. Neither. Is that an
Yeah.
option?
Yeah, I'd have to do first.
Who's here?
I don't know.
I think we're about to get robbed, guys. Hold up.
Who is that?
Ricky's back.
Did he just go get more alcohol? Yeah, he did.
Of course
And
he
his
did.
toothbrush.
And he got a Gatorade.
Patrick, quick question. Would you rather give the first 99% or the last 1% of a blowjob? Yeah, you picked all the questions we've already answered.
Yeah.
Now, answer that question.
First 99% or last 1%? Would you rather the first 99% or do you want the nut? It's pretty much the question.
You're
Alright.
taking the 10, 15.
Pat said he's going ham on the
I mean, you got to
99.
go.
I said
The better you
99
do it, the
also. I
faster
said
it goes.
99. That's what I'm saying, bro. That's
Alright.
way worse.
Ben, what about you?
I think I'm gonna go first.
Having a fucking
First 99?
bukkake in your face? I ain't having that.
I think I'm going to go 99 too. 63% of readers chose the 99.
Yeah, that's a good
so
call.
That's a good one. Okay, last one.
Would
you
my
rather
dick,
live
her tongue was on my
The rest of
balls.
your life with the sensation right before you sneeze, shit, or cum.
every day?
Wow.
At all times? Like
The rest
you always,
of your life.
you always hold on. Say it again,
You
please.
always
Sneeze.
have the sensation right before you sneeze, shit, or cum.
I would
See, but I feel like if you choose cum, then you just kind of get used to. You
You
kind of get used to it, so
Just
like
always
it
sitting there
doesn't feel
like-
good anymore.
I
You
feel like
know?
I'll be wobbling everywhere.
Yeah, I
go.
know.
Yeah,
But if I have to sneeze, that'd be bad, and then I hate having to be like I got shit. So
Oh shit, definitely not shit.
Yeah,
probably sneeze.
I'd probably say sneeze.
yeah,
I would
but
say
the like the tingliness that you get like right before you sneeze.
What about that tingly
Eyes watering.
jizz feeling, Connie?
Well, yeah, but
I think I'm going jizz. Fuck
I
it.
think I'm going nut too. I'd rather just walk around this all day, just feel like I'm getting stimulated at least, than fucking having a nasal system, or
But
nasal problem.
Maybe you're right, dude. I don't know.
So
I
that'd be
feel
s-
like I want to do sneeze.
I'm
but
going nut.
I think I'm gonna either have.
You guys see that video of that
I'm
black
gonna
kid?
go shit.
You're
you
going shit? You are weird for that.
So you have
I
to
mean,
shit?
Super
I
weird.
think you just have to.
You want to walk around with a log up your ass all day?
Yeah.
I mean,
it's
like
just,
you
it's,
gotta-
it's just a feeling of it. It's not.
Okay, so it's
that's
not
the
there, but you got
worst.
the feeling.
Have you ever
but
felt like you had to shit
it's
and then
like,
you sit
oh
on
my
the toilet
God.
and you can't
Yes.
shit?
Dude, I had a
Literally,
nice shit
literally
today at
nothing,
work.
nothing
I mean,
worse.
that is the worst.
That almost puts me straight at the end of a noose.
I had a-
Honestly,
I had a
It's just-
great
I could
shit
kill myself if
at
nothing
work
comes
today,
out.
and I thought of you.
Have you been taking a lot of fibers,
Can you
high
say that
fibers?
one more time for me?
I thought of you after my shit today at work
It was a good one.
Because of a small
Yeah,
brown log coming
because I
out of you.
saw because I saw our dinner in it from last night.
Was it corn? Did you have any corn?
Yeah,
Yeah, it's always corn. You can see that bitch in there for days.
it was great
So you
though.
just instantly thought of me.
Yeah, I was like, wow, we had a great dinner last night.
We did.
I'll never forget.
Bacon wrapped fillet.
Wow.
Yeah.
He never made that for me when I was here.
Was it tube steak? Tube steak.
I'm
served on
eating,
buffet
I'm eating
style?
good now, buddy.
What's
I'm
tube
on a
steak?
grind.
You don't know what tube steak is?
Is it dick?
Yeah.
No, I don't. All right, well, that's all the questions. We're moved on to our last segment, which is Connor.
I have no idea.
Facts,
Probably not
bro.
prepared for it.
Facts.
Facts of the week.
Yeah,
Do
I'm
you
not
have one?
prepared.
We do it
No,
every
no.
episode.
Yeah, I don't
Okay,
have
well-
one either.
questions.
I have 2 facts, so I'll
All
just
right.
go for myself and Connor.
Do you want me to go first?
Let me go first real quick, just
All right.
because. So I don't know why I thought this was kind of interesting. I asked Pat and Zach earlier, and I just thought it was kind of interesting to. Oh yeah, I think. Oh no! When I asked you guys about the inner voice, your
Oh, yeah.
inner voice in
Yeah,
your
yeah.
head, like, don't you feel like you guys have like an inner monologue going on in your head at all times?
100% of the time.
Ben, do you feel like you have an inner
I
monologue
feel
in your
like I'm
head?
fucking crazy because I feel like I talk to myself in my head.
What?
Do you have like an inner monologue in your head though? You know what I'm talking about? Like inner thoughts.
Yeah, for sure. Like
Okay.
you hear yourself talk.
Exactly. So
Yeah.
apparently 26. It says 26% of the people in this world don't have an inner monologue in their head. Yeah, 26% of the 26% of the samples
Connor's got demons in his mind.
found that they did
So
not
did they
have
just
it.
not think?
Yeah, they
don't
well, I don't know
understand.
what it is. Like they just don't have like a constant train of like monologue going through their head. Like I don't. Does that make sense? Here? I don't know if I'm
have a
explaining it
monologue right
well.
Now, thinking about what you're saying.
See, that's what I'm saying. Like you, always, but like
That's
let's say like
crazy.
okay, I was talking to Zach. Like when you're looking at the TV sometimes and you have a thought going through your head and you kind of zone out, but you don't like even hear what's going on the TV. Like that's your inner voice. Some people just don't have that. Isn't
I mean,
that
I feel like
weird?
that's the reason why like I don't like reading, because like I'll start reading and
Yeah.
then, like I'll start thinking about something else as I'm still reading the words, but I'm thinking about something completely different from what I'm reading.
Fucking millennial.
It just doesn't make sense to me though. Like how
I
do
mean,
people
that's
I
just?
don't read. I'm just kidding.
I don't know. I just thought it was kind
Wow.
of weird. But go
No, I
ahead.
definitely have like a monologue in my head. for
Yeah,
sure.
I just thought it was kind of weird that 26% of the people that were like sampled in this test didn't have
That's weird.
an inner monologue.
Like think about when you're sitting in dead silence. Imagine just literally silence.
Well, that's it. It's
You
so
know, like that's crazy.
so. It's kind of
Like that's scary.
There's a guy on the Howard Stern show. I don't know. I just gotta bring it up. So Ronnie the limo driver, whenever he gets on planes, like he said, like he'll just stare out the window. Like he doesn't like look on his phone. He doesn't read nothing. He just stares out the window, and they're asking him like, Ronnie, like what are you doing? He's like, nothing. Like what are you thinking about? He's like, I'm not thinking about anything. What do you mean? Like he's just like staring out the window. Like there's not really anything going on inside his head though. He's
That's
just staring.
mind-boggling.
I feel like I'm always thinking.
Exactly. I'm always
I'm
thinking too.
always
Like
thinking.
that's why it blew my mind though that like that many people sampled said that. Maybe they just didn't understand
why
it, or I don't know. It's just weird to me.
Sometimes when I go to sleep, I turn on like sleep sounds.
Yeah. Me too, man.
It helps.
Okay, I'm glad I'm not the only one. My fucking brain doesn't
I-
ever shut
I
down.
just
That's why
started
thought it was
doing
so
it, yeah.
weird.
It helps.
Like the
But I've heard
rainforest,
that there's-
you like waves or do you like rain or the rain?
I like
the
waves a
rainforest?
lot.
I like waves too.
I do white noise.
I like waves crashing.
I
But
actually
there's
have
this.
one. It's an air conditioning filter. That's what I listen to.
That's kind of
Like
weird.
an air purifier.
Is that what I hear? Is that what I used to hear? I thought it used to be the fan. 'Cause
Nope.
you have the ceiling fan and you have a box fan in your room.
Zach
Air filter.
Zach doesn't have a fan. He literally just plays the sounds of it.
Yes, that's the shit. I used to, that's the.
It's called air filter.
I-
That's what I
That
listen to
sounds
when I sleep
horrible, dude.
sometimes.
Try some waves. Try waves. Try waves
Puts me
tonight.
right to sleep.
Try
baby.
waves tonight.
That's so
It's so
funny,
relaxing. You
bro.
just picture yourself laying on a beach,
No, you gotta do air.
and then you
filter.
hear birds in the
Zach,
background.
Zach, I used to like. I used to walk through the hallway to go to my room, and I would hear that, and I'm like, wow.
Rainforest is
I
nice
was like,
too.
wow, that box fan is really loud.
You don't want to know what I heard in your room.
Kalen fisting his ass. Working that boy like a puppet.
All right, Brant, you got a fact for us or what?
I just had a fact.
That
All
was
right,
it.
I got a
So
fact.
20.
Inner thought, but I have another one too, real quick.
Okay.
And
Okay,
this
go
is
ahead.
the one that was actually the one that I told Pat about because I thought it was so crazy.
Okay.
So apparently, for the first time in like recorded history, great whites are just gathering in like massive numbers off the Carolinas. Like, so as you can see
The Carolinas.
in this picture, you can see like where they're all
Yeah.
clustering up,
Yeah, I saw that.
and that's never happened before. So for some reason they don't know why, but great whites are just piling up in massive numbers off of the Carolinas.
Is that
They're
like
probably
near
about to
Myrtle,
take over
actually?
It's like-
America.
so
Or
it's
is it
like-
all along the coast.
Like Outer Bank, like kind of like Outer Banks to like it's like South North Carolina to like North South Carolina. Like those whole clip off of like Outer Banks is just completely like. So as you could see, like how many there were there. So I think there's like
How close are
14
they to shore?
That's the thing is they're all really close, and normally they stay scattered out, like they're all in kind of like a pod together, and they're like interacting almost. Like they'd have no idea what's going on
They're
and
probably
why.
planning to take over
I was
America.
about to say they're about to take over the world.
Well, I think they're thinking that maybe because of like warmer waters that are down south at this time of year, they're having to go a little bit more north, and then they're also saying that maybe just because like a shortage of fish that they're made, but they're like at the end of the day, it just doesn't make sense to us
Yeah,
why
it's
they're
weird.
doing this. So it's like.
And that just started.
And that just started. So they've been tracking it since like January, and they're all just like kind of convening together, and it just doesn't make sense to researchers. I just thought it was so mind blowing.
That is
Great
cool.
whites
Super
are
mind-blowing.
majestic creatures.
Well,
They are. They're misunderstood.
You know they like great whites when they like attack seals, they like dive down like 40 feet and then shoot straight up, and like they
That's
come
only
out of the water
African.
like 7-8 feet.
that's only African great whites.
Right, but I mean,
I
Connor,
swear to
you
God.
didn't know
I
that.
swear to God.
No, I
They're
just
the
thought it was
jumping
funny.
great whites.
I'm not
I'm a-
saying you're
I'm a
wrong.
big
I just
shark
thought it
guy.
was funny.
I think sharks are so
love
fascinating.
They
Do you
are.
like Shark Week?
That used to be my
Love
favorite. That was my
Would you
favorite week of the
go
year, honestly.
Diving with sharks in a cage.
100%.
Like great whites.
Did I tell you? I think I told you guys my story about
100%.
when Jesse Crumb saved my life from that shark in fucking Bethany Beach. I think I told you guys that before, right?
I don't know.
I don't think so.
Where I was like, it was like probably like 5:30 or whatever. I'm out and just like kind of like maybe like up to my waist in water, and like he threw a tennis ball to me and it went over my head. So I dove back and I was swimming out with my head down. All of a sudden I popped up with the ball and he was like freaking out on the beach, and I just turned around and like kind of done like a freak out spin, and it was right there. Like there was just probably maybe like a 4.5, 5 foot shark, and I just remember kind of like trying to go away and just slapping it. And like kind of swam off, but like it was still there, like in the same spot. So I get to shore or whatever, and we just see this shark, just exactly where I was, just swimming around, and it's close I ever came to a shark. It was actually, dude, they're really
So
rough
did
too.
he save you,
That's
or did he
fucking
almost
sketchy.
kill you?
Well, no, he, thank God, told me that there was a shark behind me. He was freaking out, so I started
Yeah.
swimming out like a fucking Michael Phelps or some shit, bro. It was crazy.
It's fucking sketchy.
But they're really rough. Have you guys ever touched a shark? It like
I
it
don't
like
know
it was
if I
like
have.
sandpaper.
Sandpaper,
It
yeah.
like my fingers were like kind of like scuffed up. It was
Mhm.
weird. I don't know.
Hmm.
Anyways, great
Alright.
whites.
I'll go real quick. On the topic of oceans, the ocean holds 700. It's estimated $771 trillion worth of gold, and this isn't like.
Oh, I believe it.
But that's not gold like sunken gold or
It's
anything.
just down there.
It's just. Here, let me see it. Not on the ocean floor, in the water itself, in tiny particles of approximately 13 billionth of a gram per liter.
Oh, so it's just kind of like
So
soil
it's just like
that's just like
floating
sediment
around
and
in
shit.
the water.
That's crazy.
But
Damn.
$771 trillion worth of gold.
I'm about to just send a net out.
just so tiny.
around the world, bro.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That is crazy. All right, I got an interesting fact here. Did you guys know that there's a smoke alarm for the deaf?
Maybe.
The deaf.
Was it just flash? Like flash really bright?
So
It's just
invented
tickle
by
their
a
butthole.
team of Japanese scientists and engineers, this life-saving device works by spraying vaporized wasabi into the air, which
It would be
notifies
wasabi.
deaf people of a fire. It will even wake them up if they're sleeping.
Can't they
Oh,
just
wow.
smell the smoke? Like, how would wasabi wake them up but not
It won a
fucking?
Nobel Peace Prize in 2011.
It probably burns the
pretty
shit out of their
savage.
nostrils or some
But it's like
fucking
if your
shit.
house is on fire, aren't you gonna smell the smoke and not the wasabi? Like that's
Well,
where
I feel like
Don't a lot of
wasabi's
people
pretty
die?
strong
but I guess it's
smelling.
like in their room. Yeah, I mean,
But I
it
feel
has
like
to be
smoke- but
intensely
smoke-
strong.
I feel like smoke won't wake you up.
Yeah, it'll kill you like from the smoke inhalation.
Like I feel like
Yeah, I
smoke
guess
is
that's
kind of
true.
like a pleasant smell in a way.
Yeah, I
But
guess
if
the
you're
wasabi,
smelling
I can't
wasabi,
say
you're
I've
just
ever
like, holy
smelled
fuck.
fucking burning wasabi.
Exactly. I'm sure it's not pleasant.
So yeah, I thought that was an interesting fact. Pretty crazy. I didn't know that. I mean, genius idea.
Honestly, I never even thought about the fact that deaf people could be totally fucked in a fire. Like, just
Yeah.
imagine you're just cooking and everything's going fine, and like, little do you know, your whole house is burning down behind you. And you're just
I
fucking.
mean, what about if you're blind? It might be worse. I guess you could hear the alarm. I don't know. Being deaf
Where's
or
the
blind in a
fucking
fire,
door?
I
He's
mean, you're at a
fucking-
disadvantage for sure.
Oh yeah.
Before we wrap this up, I have something
Deaf,
for you,
dumb,
Brant
blind
and Connor.
kid.
It's in my room. I'll be right back.
Why does that keep giving us gifts? I'm like, I feel like we're just always so unprepared.
It just sucks though, because the only thing I really want is his mom, and he keeps giving me these bullshit ass gifts that do nothing for me. When all I really want
I
is one
thought he was
thing.
coming back.
Just
I
kidding.
mean, I can't say I disagree.
Do you know what you got?
I think so.
I feel like I have to,
Well,
I have to stop.
I
making
know what he got
comments
to
about
you for
this.
sure. They're both the same, I guess.
Yeah.
But I don't know what yours is specifically. You'll understand. But I know.
Oh,
what
it's
I know what
got
he
it in
got
New
you.
York City, obviously. Okay. Oh God, it's sugar.
That's where he got it from.
What's that?
Could be candy. It could be dildos.
So it's in the American Dream Hall. It's
Oh
called. It's
my
a show
God.
called It's Sugar.
I heard.
It's a store.
I feel like I'd please pull out something. I think you're gonna pull out.
So this here, hold on. These are for.
Should we
these
close
are for
our eyes?
Connie.
Should we close our eyes and just put our hands out and then open them?
These are for Connie.
Okay, I'll close my eyes.
My eyes are closed too. My eyes are closed too.
They feel like socks.
If you're,
Open your eyes, Connie. Open your eyes.
Nobody knows I'm gay.
Show the camera, Connie.
That's funny.
I'll wear these to work tomorrow. That's fucking fresh. That's fucking fresh.
You like those?
Yeah, that fits him, and these fit me. That's fresh as fuck. Actually, I'm gonna wear these to work tomorrow.
These are so
Here you go,
funny.
Connie.
Oh, that was really nice of you. I like that. Thank
That's
you, Zachary.
funny.
Yes,
Zach's a
sir.
good friend, man. Zach, one day when I'm not broke as fuck, I'm gonna buy you a nice gift too. Dude, that's
I just
actually cool
saw
as fuck.
that nobody knows I'm gay, and I just knew that fits Connie so well.
Dude, that's actually really funny. Hunter actually bought me a fucking packet of socks, and there's
That's so
rainbow
funny.
socks in them, and I was forced to wear them one day because I
And
didn't
then
know
we
how to
got
clean socks.
the prison Mike Jones right
Yeah,
there.
that's fresh as fuck, and it says actually Prison Mike straight on my toes.
Yeah, that's fresh.
Right on my what are toes aren't phalanges? What are those things?
Toes are phalanges.
Oh, they are.
Yeah,
Is it all the
toes and
same?
fingers are phalanges, right? Or no? Am I making that up? Pat.
Producer Rick says, or
Yeah?
intern Rick, sorry.
Rick's got a fancy
Gives us thumbs
4-year
up.
degree.
Alrighty.
That's
Well,
fresh as
that
fuck,
about
bro.
wraps up the episode. It was a little
I'm tired as ballsacky.
discombobulated. It took us a long time to set up.
Yeah.
Brand's probably upset because he wants to go home.
I gotta
So
work
we're just gonna wrap it
12
up.
hours tomorrow.
Connor, spit out the handles for everyone to go do their thing, and hopefully we can get. Well, before we end this Sunday, I'm going to visit my dad. Well, this weekend, so I won't be here Sunday. So if Ben ends up going, then I'll probably take all the stuff and record an episode with my dad.
Yeah, that works. It's a good one.
If not, if Ben decides to stay,
I'll
then
probably go, but I'm trying to
I'll leave the stuff here.
fucking get hammered down there.
Okay.
Okay. So you're
All
going?
right.
so you're going, correct?
Sounds good, Ben. We can work. We can do
Probably.
Why don't you guys should just get a nice bottle of like whiskey and just sit down with your dad and just have some cool talks, you know?
that. I'm excited. I want
Maybe
to
just
ask.
crack a
I
bottle.
want to ask my dad a lot of questions.
What are you gonna ask him?
So
mean,
what
Would
this-
you rather
never mind.
sit on a dick and eat a cake, or would you rather sit on a dick and eat a cake?
You just said the same thing twice.
Would you rather sit on a dick and eat a cake, or
Or
rather sit on a cake and eat a dick?
Yes.
There you go.
I feel like every time you ask someone that, you say the same thing.
I feel
Well,
like
I'm not very educated, Ben.
I just
So
want to go back to the
oh
lake
man, there's one thing I
and
want
have
us to
a
do
podcast
this.
with your grandfather.
I can't wait to go back to the lake this year.
that'll be about the Civil War and fishing.
We should just go to we should just go to my bachelor party there.
My grandfather's lake.
Yeah.
I would not.
That could
be
be a
able
We
little-
to-
might
that could
not
be a
get
little
welcome back.
Yeah, he wouldn't.
Yeah, probably
It'd
not.
be hard to get strippers out there too.
We would get some funky looking sisters.
Oh my
we get a bunch
god,
of Amish
bro.
strippers.
If you've ever wanted to fuck sisters, that's probably your place to do it.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
So go follow us at
Twitter, Goose Podcast. Instagram, Goose Gang Podcast. SoundCloud, Goose Gang Podcast. YouTube, Goose Gang Podcast, baby. Oh, and a little update. This past week, I signed us up for iTunes Podcast.
yeah.
Oh, yes.
So
So hopefully
yes.
that gets
Fingers-
approved in the
fingers
next few
crossed.
days.
until they hear
That'd
us
be
saying
super lit.
retard and all
yeah,
that
and then
stuff.
everyone can just
That'd
start
be
subscribing
so
to
lit.
us on iTunes,
Yep.
which would be sick.
Way easier.
Is it
And-
subscribing or following on iTunes?
I think it's
I'm not
subscribing.
sure how it
on-
works.
Well, it's the podcast app, and I think
Yeah.
that it's
I
subscription.
think it subscribes. Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
and
so
then
we're working
and
on
then
that.
If we get approved on iTunes, then I'll eventually work on Spotify, because there's
Yeah.
a Spotify podcast too. Because I know some people are against iTunes. So
Damn, boy. Ben's
So
rich
get on.
boy.
It's
That man's got a
subscribing.
Louis Vuitton phone case, son.
Yeah, it's fake though, but it's fresh though.
Oh,
right?
is it supposed to be like the L above the V? It's just the V and L are switched? Is that the only?
No, I think it's the same thing. It's just
No,
it's
I
just
think it's
fake.
right. It's just fake.
Well, I don't touch very much Louis Vuitton, Ben, so I wouldn't even know.
I mean-
okay.
yeah, but anyways, so
Oh, sorry.
we'll send out a tweet and probably a post on Instagram when we get approved for Apple iTunes.
Yes,
Podcast.
and we're eventually gonna get it all out on YouTube.
Yeah, we're missing 9.
10,
The
11,
we're,
12.
Well, we're missing 9. The tennis match 10, 11, 12, and
I know. Connor,
I
what?
guess we're
Connor,
Connor.
that-
Is 14.
Connor, why in
Oh,
the
we don't have to.
Connor, why in the
Let's just
fuck
name
are
it
your
13.
YouTubes up not yet? Are not up yet?
Let's just name
Because
it
I
13.
don't-
What you got going on from 9 to 5?
I
Got
don't
a
have
lot of
either one
jerking.
those
A lot
laptops.
of got a lot of jerking
yeah,
to
that
do.
is true. We don't. I can't
I
even
mean,
do
you
the shit.
can always come here. You know the code,
Just
don't you?
just a hassle.
Is it though?
Yeah. Well, we need.
Come on your way back from the gym.
Well, I will say,
could do that.
at least you're
But
here
I
on
also have a
time.
Puppy.
Yeah, facts.
I
All
just-
right.
Man, I just wanted to sit around and argue for a little bit on here.
You have to watch the puppy every single day.
Yeah. For like the next week. He
Sounds
closes-
fucking
he
horrible.
hopefully closes on the house on Friday.
And you're not getting paid for this? And you could be editing our
I know
YouTube videos?
Connor's a sucker. He's doing something that's not going to do anything for any of us.
Do you want to just take my laptop home tonight?
Yeah.
I mean, I can.
Are you going to work on them?
I can.
That would be pretty cool if you could at least
long,
get...
well, I'm going to have to redo 9.
Yeah,
right.
that's the problem.
Which one's
And I
that?
also, you need to teach me how to set everything up.
Is that the one that I fucked up on and said the names a bunch?
No,
No.
That's
It's
12.
like 11.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's like 12.
Ni-
If you can
9,
get-
9 is the one that we finished, and then somehow
Yeah,
the
and the
ending got
tennis
fucked
match.
up.
And that's our longest one, too. It's almost 2 hours. That's the
Yeah.
problem.
Okay.
So, I mean, even at this point, if you just wanted to just take one fucking camera and just edit it through instead of using both
Yeah.
videos. Because I think we're going to just start using one camera so we can edit a lot faster.
Yes.
Yeah.
And we're going to start setting it up like this so it's easier. And this will be nicer. And eventually we're going to have to just record somewhere else. So we'll figure that out when the time
Yep.
comes. But it's whatever. We're still on track. We haven't missed a week yet. Go follow us.
I'm tired.
Dude,
I want to go
we,
home.
we did put out
I'm
a poll
so
on Twitter
fucking
the other
tired,
day,
dude.
and Brant, how many
sorry.
interactions did we have?
8
You know?
people said they still listened, and 2 people said that they were long gone.
And how many of them was us?
I didn't
I
didn't
voted.
even know that the tweet was out. So
3.
I was not participating.
Okay, so technically,
I voted.
so technically
Did you
5. Yeah, so 5 people still listen.
You didn't vote. I had. I was gonna say I had to see the
Well,
Well,
nobody-
Mike doesn't follow us on Twitter. We still get
Well, I
like
gotta
fucking
throw
20
out-
views on
Well, I
SoundCloud.
just got to throw out the fact that we're all terrible at promoting. Like, we literally, how many followers do you have? How many followers? Like, how many between us all? We have what, 1,500 followers on social medias?
yeah.
Yeah, but
And
half
none of us
them- more
post
than
on-
half of them are
nobody-
probably the same
if-
people.
Yeah, but nobody posts on their stories. Nobody retweets everything. Nobody like.
We're gonna get back into it, Brant.
No, I'm just calling people out real quick. I don't do shit for the show, but
Yeah, you're the one that
I'm
was
the
supposed to
guy-
be promoting
I'm the guy-
social media.
I'm the guy that tells people what to do. I offer problems, not solutions. Okay. So
I
that's
guess
where we go.
every team needs one of those.
Yeah, the guy that just shouts out the shit that's going on, but does nothing to try to fix it.
Brant, you need to step up.
I think that Connor needs to learn how to tell stories more directly without talking
Oh
about
my
little
God. I was
details
just
that have
giving the
nothing
backstory.
going on.
I think it was like
I was trying to make it more
2:15.
simple.
No, it
Connor, I
was
just think you should be
2.
more dedicated
I was just kidding. It's
in
Connor
your
as
free
well.
time.
Yeah.
Penis says Ricky on the chalkboard. We probably should have wrapped this up like earlier. Sorry, I kept it going.
That's whatever. So GG's in the chat. Join the flock.
Suck our cock.
GG's in the chat.
Bye.
Bye.
Have a beautiful time.
time.